Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Worlds of Adventure USA. Get ready to soar to new heights with our brand new attraction, Megaton Tower. Also, check out our amazing new lineup of casts and characters featured throughout the parks. Ready to be a hero and see if you have the skills needed to save the world? Check out Shadow City, located on the east end of our parks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Worlds of Adventure USA. In a few moments, we'll be opening the park to all guests. Please make sure you have your tickets ready, and also, please keep an eye on your own heroes while in the parks. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heroes Core World of Adventures, Season 1, Episode 5, Flashpoint. We'll be opening the parks in just a few moments. We're just getting some things situated, but while we're waiting, feel free to enjoy the splendor of the parks. We'll be starting shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the parks at Worlds of Adventure USA will be opening shortly. Please make sure you have your tickets ready. Ready to be a hero and see if you have the skills needed to save the world? Check out Shadow City, located on the east end of our parks.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the parks will be opening in about a few seconds. Welcome to Worlds of Adventure, USA. We'll be getting started shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the parks are now open to all guests. Welcome to Worlds of Adventure, USA. Hello everyone, I am PAKN USA, KRT Studios, your park manager and park operations director for today's game. I am also playing Harper West, aka Blip. And now let's bring in our cast of amazing heroes to have them introduce themselves. One moment. How's everyone doing?
Hello.
Pretty good.
Good.
Hello. I'm good.
Yes.
Well, hello. I
Hi.
keep changing her accent. I don't know where she lands.
Find one, damn it.
Yes. So, hello, welcome everyone, and today's episode, as you probably may have guessed, is called Flashpoint. What that means, we don't know.
Welcome to my Flashpoint presentation. So that.
No, that's called a PowerPoint.
Oh, sorry. Well, in our words, it's something different, obviously. Just how
All
it
right.
works.
I'm gonna pass it off to our dear. Nope, not that one. That way.
Which-
Go ahead, Ella. Here, have the mic.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Don't pull out the mic.
Yes. Just please don't drop it. It's very expensive.
No.
Okay. Yes.
See your progress.
Hello, I am Trisha Welsh. I am going to play the Secret Fang, aka
You forgot your character's name. It's right above your.
no, I had to go back because I was looking at something. Ella Simone. Um and I will pass it down to our wonderful Queen Bee.
Oh, hi. I'm Katie Wynn. I play Jessica Rose, aka Queen Bee, who is currently, I don't know,
Or else.
flying at Mach 1 and going towards DC.
Yes, back to DC because you are head back to Florida and then now you're headed back up to DC. Wow, what a
Yeah,
trip.
why not?
Yeah, at this point you're probably somewhere over maybe South Carolina,
Fair enough.
but we'll find out. All right, who are you gonna pass it off to?
The psychotic furry.
Oh, it's me. Hello, I'm Baxter. Everyone's favorite inventor. We have two inventors, but I'm, of course. Actually, we're both cool, but you get the point. I'm Mr. Meyer. Mr. Meyer. But either way. Hey, I'm Gearbox, I play the Bax. Anyways. Yeah, speaking of that other inventor, here, have the mic.
Thank you very much. I am Chris, otherwise known as By3, and I am playing Christian Pierce, otherwise known as Diamond Ace, luck-powered inventor, gadgeteer. Let's say gadgeteer.
Luck is a superpower.
Yes, luck is a superpower.
It is apparently, and it's very effective. I should learn how to harvest it. And no, not hurt you or anything. Just use it for my own
Just
purpose.
pulls out a needle.
It won't
won't
hurt
hurt.
much.
Oh no! Look, my force field went up.
All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're
New subscription received.
thank you, Lemon Twist.
Dispensing gratitude. Gratitude dispensed.
Thank you, Lemon.
And without further ado, just to let you guys know, Eric Gunwin will not be joining us. Well, he's running a little late. He's got some more paperwork to do for school. We don't know how much paperwork he has. That's behind closed doors, but we'll if he pops in, he pops in. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after the opening intro. Stay tuned.
Everybody, let's go. It's time to put on a show. Keep your hands and arms and legs inside the ride. Can you feel their energy? It's time to take flight. Like a super-powered lightning strike across the sky. Heroes core, can you hear the roar? It's the ride of your life. Shine bright, destiny is in sight. It's the hope in our eyes. We're ready to fight, we're ready to go, yeah. Megatron has the power at the worlds of adventure. This park we will defend, yeah, Heroes Core.
All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Heroes Core. Where we last left off, I'd like at least all the cast members for just a moment while we do this. Please go to spoiler chat and listen to the episode recap.
Spoiler chat.
There it is.
There it is. Okay.
Yep. Courtesy of Baxter himself.
My little voice.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Previously, in my parks, well, this has gotten a little unfortunate. It seems after all of the, well, excitement and a little bit of failure on my temporary comrade's part, then coming back, heck, and then a little bit of stress here and a little stress there, getting up some men, blowing up a few rockets, still all my best works, and learning new information about my highly irradiated form. I've been forced to get a little creative. You never know how long these kind of anti-radiation overload systems take. What, do you expect me to give you a cookie? Come on! You think I'm gonna explain all of this within this one tiny little thing? Get out of you, audience, come on.
Alright, and we pick up in Baxter's lab.
Right where we left it.
Yep.
I so loved it. Did you also play that for the audience?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Good.
Everyone gets to hear my beautiful voice. Either way.
Wait a minute. You have a beautiful voice?
You're not in that scene.
Right.
You don't exist. You can't tell me what to do.
Alright.
I do too exist.
Yep. Alright, so
Not in this world.
Baxter,
Right,
what are
that's
you
cool.
working on right now?
He
As-
is.
Actually, no, you're in
Fine.
your conference room, your little conference room.
Yeah.
And
He
all
is-
your minions are around you at the table. And one minion is very late to the party. And you're just tapping your foot, waiting. Like, your feet's up on the desk and you're just tapping your foot on the desk. The door opens, and a shadow slinks in through the door.
Oh, finally, Detective. How long will it take you? I had to have a little bit of a detour. Okay. Cool. Anyways, okay, we have new things. Having a moment. Okay. Jesus. Good news. I have built the suits and I've hold the door over here because we're a little busy. Boss. What is it, Detective? Well, if it's about the situation at hand, I've already knew. Oh. But please tell me you put a bug or something there. Of course I did. Good. Very good. You get a cookie. I can't eat. Oh yeah. Just
There's
act
just a
like you
plate of there's a plate of cookies sitting on like the middle of the conference table.
Scoopy is munching on them.
Hmm.
Just like one of those like bugs. Don't worry, Scoopy's a ice cream dog. He could probably have chocolate. He has chocolate in him. Anyways. Okay. He just like rubs his like well a situation. A bad situation. Now I'm not asking you guys to go and blow anyone to Kingdom Come or anything, but I'm recommending to keep an eye out. Oh, so after those shields were dropped, I recommend to look for any military bugs that could be put around.
There's
If you
a
have
one of the
Mhm.
robots raises a hand and says, "Sir, we
What?
We just recently detected." He's looking down at like a little computer screen on his wrist. We've just detected one of the people leaving the park's perimeter, sir. It's the one named Queen Bee.
Queen Bee. Let me look what they're doing.
He
Even
just
before I can, even before I can give them their suit, I finished. How rude!
and you just see a shot of Queen Bee in the air with a backless white dress flying through the sky at Mach 1. The dress just billowing in the wind.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we cut to Queen Bee, where we have the wind roaring in your face. You're just having the time of your life as you're making your way towards Washington, D.C. And you have the radio, comm radio in your ear from the rest of the team. And Harper's sitting at his computer now. It's early morning. The sun is just crusting over the horizon. He says, "Hey B, how you doing up there?"
It's good. It's a little loud, but it's really fun.
Uh, well, let us know how it is, and please stay safe. It's you know how these government people are like. They're, all talk but more business.
Yeah, no, I got it. I
Yeah,
will. I Yeah, I promise I
please
won't
make
end
sure to
up.
keep a low profile.
Harper, my wings glow purple. I have wings. That's not going to really be a thing.
As a plane just goes,
And she barrel rolls out of the way.
what was that?
Uh a 777, I think.
777?
Just
A
make sure you
777 plane.
yeah,
Mm,
Boeing 747. Well,
I got it.
actually,
I got it.
yeah, it'd be a
I got it.
9. It'd be a 979 because
Mm,
we're in the future, but whatever. Yeah. He says, "Well, just make sure you maintain the flight path given to you. I'm monitoring your routing now. You're veering a little bit off course, but if you could just correct that, be fine." And you just hear like Diamond in the background. You're on speaker, by the way. What are you doing,
Huh?
Diamond? You're working on something in the lab, right?
Yeah, I'll say I'm working on reorganizing some of my inventions.
What are you building right now, if I might ask?
That is a good question because I haven't given it any thought. I think he's prototyping something, and maybe
Yeah.
he's not even sure what it is yet.
Yeah, you just hear like servos and like screwdriver sounds, and then you hear
This will
someone drop
probably
a.
work.
You just hear someone drop a wrench in the background on your foot.
Elevator just. This will probably work. What does it do? I have no idea.
Just holds up a wrench, drops it.
Oh.
All right. Well, now we cut over to back over to Secret, who is still sleeping on the sofa.
Is there anybody else in the room with her?
Harper's actually gonna get up and walk over and basically put a bowl of milk on the coffee table in the suite, and just kind of lightly tap you.
Yeah, we are all gonna play into the cat stereotype.
And that
Oh,
is
boy.
fine. I
Yep.
don't mind that. I really don't. Let me get out my dice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yep.
I got out my dice and
I
Ooh,
guess
my
roll me an
book.
insight check.
is it insight or is it perception?
Perception, yeah. To see if you...
That is a dirty that is a dirty 20. I rolled a 19.
Yeah. I'll let you react however you want.
She wakes up.
I got you some milk.
He opens like one eye.
He's holding the milk out in front of you in the bowl.
I'm back. Ooh.
Put it in a glass.
All right. He just goes back to the counter, realizing that the sink is now been disassembled for parts for the project that Ace is working on. He's like, okay, I'll just go into the cabinet. Just opens the cabinet without the door, and just pulls down a glass, the only glass that's left, and pours it into the glass and hands it to you.
She takes the glass. She drinks about half the milk.
Yep, licks
And-
it out like.
Well, no. She actually drinks it.
Oh, you don't have like a cat's tongue, do you?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay,
No.
okay.
No.
Okay.
No. She actually drinks it.
Yeah.
She actually does the
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Just like,
that. That's
Yeah.
pull
what
it
she
back.
does. And she looks up at Blip and goes, thank you. Did
You're-
anything interesting happen while I was asleep? And
No, but I've been trying to raise Baxter on the comms, and he's been completely unresponsive. I don't know why, but I have a hunch he may be aware
And,
of you
I
know
look-
what.
I'm gonna rub my hands together now. Speaking of Baxter.
Roll insight.
Oh, actually, I was gonna just say
Okay.
basically there's a there's a noise outside of the balcony window.
Yeah, there's what kind of noise? Like a clatter or something?
No, it's like a hovering noise.
Yep.
And quickly after that, Baxter comes walking in. Hello, my good old compatriots.
Oh,
Hello.
hi Baxter. Did you wipe your feet off when you came in, noticing the mud tracks on the
I'm
rug?
sorry. He says he'll lifting his foot, and you see a bunch of like little nanos come out of nowhere to clear the mud.
Yep.
Secret is just looking at you, narrowing her eyes.
What? I hope you all had a nice rest while I was spending all night working.
Working on what?
She's gonna roll insight.
Yep, so is Harper. Alright, let me just roll this up.
Mhm.
Puckmans.
Ah, okay.
Give me a moment to pull up my stats. What's my insight? Insight is... Oof. I thought it was a
Mine's-
plus.
Mine's nothing nothing to write home about, but you know.
That's a 9. Nope.
I
Harper's
had
like,
I had a natural 20. That is a 23.
Very
all right.
cool.
Yep. You
So
go ahead.
whatever
Mhm.
secret sees, you can DM that to me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want
Said
me to DM?
yes. Said
Harper didn't get it.
yeah, Harper didn't get it.
Yeah.
So let me
Yep.
message.
Mhm.
So, like insight, like with your eye. What's your mechanic? What's going on here?
Oh, wait, insight check. So yeah, she rolled a insight check and basically is like trying to read you. Like,
Yeah, she's trying to read you whether or not you're telling a lie. Now you can
yeah.
go against that with a deception check.
Mm-hmm. And knowing you, you'd probably be deceptive right now. But that's your discretion if you want to do that or you want to be truthful. Meanwhile, while that's happening, we're gonna cut over to Queen again, where we have you're now entering Virginian airspace, and you hear crackling over your comms. This is flight control for BWI International. Please specify your flight path and coordinates.
She does that, just that, and relays the special authorization because you kind of need that to land at the White House.
Special authorization cleared. We'll let the WHO know that you are inbound to that location.
Thank
Have
you
it.
much.
Very welcome. Have a great day. Contact
Here you
Squawk
go.
on 32104.8.
Affirmative. And
Yep.
she'll do all the switching that she needs to.
Yep. And you are now it is now morning. Like sun is like it's maybe like 8:30 in the morning, sun's risen. And you can see the mall up ahead. And you are flying over the mall, and surprisingly there's maybe there's like a national convention or some kind of like event going on the mall because there are a lot of seats out at the mall.
Ooh.
Out on the lawn.
Cool.
And it's not like a holiday or anything like that. And there's like crowds cheering and stuff like that as you fly over.
Huh.
There's some
Does she
flashes
see?
from below, like flashes of light, like people taking photographs and stuff. What do you see? What did you ask? Sorry.
She's basically going to try and Iron Man the shit out of this.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's more than one like heads up display in this thing that Diamond built her.
Yeah. Wait.
She's basically gonna turn it to like a news channel or something to see if it's whatever's down there
Alright.
is televised.
Let me just see. Hold on. Where is it? Where is to pull this up? Hold on.
Although if it is morning and
Coming to you
she's
live
near
from
DC
Worlds of Adventure, USA in Florida, this is Breaking News.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news from, I know it says World of Adventures, but it's Washington, D.C. We have just received word that the bee herself has arrived, and it just shows a shot of you like flying over like the National Mall, and it's like a super hyper zoomed in photo, like live feed. It says the woman herself, what looks like a woman at least from what we can see here, ladies and gentlemen, is making their way to the White House for some kind of special reception for after, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you may have been aware a couple days ago, we received word that a nuclear strike was about to happen worldwide. And according to presidential information from the press, we believe that this woman, or whatever she is responsible for saving us and the world as a whole. The president has issued a national day of national holiday in her honor, and wishes to meet her today. We'll have more details as this story unfolds. Stay tuned.
At
And-
some point, when she realizes they're taking pictures of her, she'll like as she's flying by, like a plane that'll do
Yeah.
skywriting.
Yeah.
Except she won't actually do it. She'll just say hello
Yeah.
and keep flying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they the
Oh yeah, they snapped that up.
yeah, they ate that up like candy. Meanwhile, we cut back to Baxter and Harper's like hearing over the over his ear radio. Yeah, uh-huh. He just puts his thing up to his ear. Yeah.
Well,
Are you
anyway,
hey, Jess, are you there? Come in, Jess. There's
Yeah.
He says, I'm getting like weird static on your end. Is everything okay?
Well, I'm about to fly over White House airspace, and
Jess, can you
well,
hear me? Can you... She must be arrived.
derp. She actually does say that. She just goes, and derp.
Yep. As you've now crossed over the lawn of the White House.
whoa,
And you can definitely see on the top of the roof there are snipers out and everything. Like
oh boy.
they've made it secure as they can make it. And you see the snipers have trained on you, but like they're just tracking your movement. As you as you touch down onto the White House front lawn. And one of two guards walk up and say, "Are you normal size or small size?"
She's normal sized, and as she lands, because she didn't want to mess up her hair,
Yeah.
she'll tap the side of her helmet, and it'll form into her earrings.
Yeah. Something special that Ace built you.
Yep.
And the man says, "Excuse me, madam. Welcome to the White House. If you could please follow me, we'll escort you to the presidential chambers. The man himself would like to speak to you."
Yeah, sure.
And he escorts you into the building.
Yeah, she's looking around, going, basically making small talk, like, "Hey, I haven't been here since I was in like middle school or whatever,
Yeah, pretty much.
school trip."
Yeah, he says, "Well, you're getting the VIP tour today," kind of thing. He's like, so, and then he looks, the other guard looks over at you and says, "So, how did that all happen?" Points at the wings. And then the other guard, who I'm just gonna generically name Bob, says, "Hey,
Bob.
hey, Tom, that's rude. Sorry about my partner, ma'am. He's a little bit curious. With all this new superhero stuff hitting the news, it's kind of been the big talk in town."
She chuckles a bit and says, "It's not a bother." She looks at the one that asked the question and says, "The first time or the second time?"
There was a second time, he says. And then the other guard just kind of like looks awkwardly at Tom and says, "We don't talk about classified material in this section of the White House." Yes, sir. Why don't you tell us about the first time?
Well, I don't know. If you've ever been down to Worlds of Adventure, I was
That park? Is that where it happened? Tom says, and Tom's like super like he's not acting like a professional Secret Service agent at all. He's fanboying all over you.
Yeah, she says, yeah. I was
Have you seen the new Megaton Tower? And Bob just like elbows him and says, "Let her speak."
Yeah, I've seen it. I watched it being built. I used to work there. I was Icarus in the
Tom
show.
just like stops and you bump into him and he's like turns around and says, "Wait, you're Icarus?"
He nods.
I've
Different set of wings, but yeah.
been dying to see that show ever since I was 13. Never got a
Yeah.
chance. My parents always wanted to go ride, the Molten Hornet and, all the old classic rides, and never got a chance to get to that part of the park. And they
Well,
keep walking.
yeah. And she'll just walk along with them.
Yep.
Her wings are down and like straight down her back.
Yeah.
Like a dragonfly that's sitting on
Yeah.
the
Tom
thing.
just looks over and is like, he's like, do you mind if I take a close look? And Bob just elbows him. It's like, rude.
You can look, but don't touch them. They do actually have nerves in them.
That's so interesting. He just takes a closer look and he's like, interesting. And they can
Yeah, he
you
can
come up
see
to
the
the
blood
double
veins
you
and
come up to
stuff.
the double doors. Say, we're here. Let me just let them know. Your guest is ready for you, sir. All right, I'll bring them in. Thank you. And he opens the door and you walk into the Oval Office. And sitting at the front of at the desk is I'm just gonna make up a generic name for the president of that universe, which is going to be uh uh someone give me a letter, like a starting letter. Or you know what? Let's have the audience name this universe's president. And please do not type inappropriate stuff. We do ask that.
Audience type, go.
Mhm.
Make your
Richard-
decision.
Richard Richards.
I was thinking Richard Johnson, but that'd just be funny. All right. Well, yeah, he's just standing. He's like on the phone right now, like answering a call, and he just sets the phone down.
And
Horatius
like
Weber.
he
Hortus.
nods. She'll actually snap to attention like a good soldier would,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yep.
she is former military. She isn't like
Yeah. Yeah, he sets the phone down and says, Jess, please come in. He says, and
Yeah.
please, Eddie's.
She nods and she'll walk in.
How have you been doing? Sorry about all this. It's been a busy day and, dealing with the press and he gets up and walks around the desk. Let me formally introduce myself. My name is Horatius. You probably know me, but
She nods.
well, what
Lieutenant
kind
Jessica Rose, she says.
yes, I've read your report. Is he picks it up from the desk as he steps up. And he puts it under his shoulder and sets it down on the table. And he says, "But there's a couple things missing from it that I'd like to ask you about before the dinner this evening. Do you mind if we he says as he pours a cup of coffee and like some tea and crumpets and stuff like that, and says he asks awkwardly, "Do you still eat normal human food?" Sorry about that. I have so many questions.
Yes, I can still eat.
Excellent. Cream or sugar? He sees pouring your
Both,
coffee.
please, sir.
He stirs and hands you a cup. So yeah, and then we're gonna fade away back to the rest of the group, and
Finally.
Harper and Baxter and Ace and Secret are in the room together, and Harper has now turned on the news.
We saw the
Yep. Yeah, that clip.
Glass over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Secret, what's up with the look? You don't trust me or something.
It's just that you worked all night and didn't sleep.
That can take a
Fair.
lot out of you, I mean,
You do need to sleep, because if you do that for one too many nights, and believe me, I know, you start having, well, visual impairment. And
Don't worry, I've already took accountants for that. Either way, yeah, I mainly came here to give you gifts that I've of course promised. Yes.
Mm.
Oh,
Harper's like, uh, eating his cereal, like, out of the bowl, and he's like, so, yeah, what are these gifts you brought? He,
Well, his little pod thing, a little like box comes out.
Mhm.
He opens it. I made, and all of you, some brand new suit. He says while taking them out. All of taking accountants of your ability.
Interesting. He opens the box and kind of like holds up the suit. It looks a little small.
Don't worry, it has an auto adjustment in it. It will adjust to your size when you put it on.
Realizing he's holding up Queen's suit instead.
And also, that's not your suit. Anyways,
Oh, puts it back in the box.
each one of yours have different, well, add-ons that should complement your abilities, enhance them, or just work with them better. Such as your secret, he says while pulling out the suit. This one, of course, will go good with your attire, but also will make that invisible thing I seen you work with not just it, but also anything you're holding. Meaning you can pretty much go completely invisible. Isn't that just neat?
Thank you for putting that out there.
Oh, what does mine do? I go and open that box.
Yours was kind of difficult to handle, as your abilities aren't very apparent.
Yeah, fair.
They're there, but they're hard to work with for any good suit. So I pretty much made you a suit that pretty much has a nifty little pocket that can pretty much hold any tool you want in it.
Well, thank you. Cool.
Ah, yes, the blizzards are mine.
Harper's like putting on his suit and like he's gone into the back room and like put on the suit in the bedroom and he just comes out and it's like, how do I look?
Beautiful. And I, yes,
Oh,
Hopper. I even
yeah,
give you a nifty little helmet for it. He says we're pulling it out.
Yep.
yeah. Secret will get up from the couch that she had been sleeping on,
Mhm.
taking her package, going into the bathroom, and she's going to get changed.
Yep.
Well, Hopper, your suit is more to enhance your already existent ability, such as the suit being more aerodynamic. And within the helmet, there's an entire UI to help you keep track of your environment, so you don't run into something stupidly.
Oh, that's. He's like looking through the helmet. He's like, it's kind of like that really cool VR game that I used to play as a kid.
It's got an inbuilt predicting program, so it's able to tell when you're going to hit something a good few seconds or even a minute before you even hit it.
That's
So you're
impressive.
able to make the right adjustments.
Interesting, he says, and he takes off the helmet, puts it on the table, and he says, "But I have a quick question, Baxter. Uh,
What is it?
you you've been super busy, and this morning I tried reaching you, and you weren't answering. But I know you have your own projects and stuff like that. I'm not gonna ask what they are, but I just wanted to see how you're doing today."
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Just working a lot on the suits, and then after recent things, I have been working on another little project. It's a little important, but also running a whole park is hard, you know.
Oh, I definitely can tell. Yeah, parks are these days are pretty hard, especially given the complexity of all the ride mechanics and stuff like that. I've been kind of working with Ace and watching him do his thing and learning about a lot about ride mechanics and, you know, how a park operates. It's very fascinating. Although a lot of stuff goes over my head, including all the bolts and nuts and, screws.
Either way, I'm eager to see how these suits work and fit you all.
Yeah. And he says,
I was unable to give Queen Bee her suit.
yeah, she's currently, well, she's a little preoccupied with the press.
Yes, I've seen. And of course, no one knows of my deeds. But it doesn't matter, he says while shrugging.
Yep. He says, well, I mean, there's nothing else for us to do today, at least to my knowledge, so maybe we just hang out in the parks today? You could show us around, maybe, ride a couple rides,
Ah, yes, the rides. Still repairing those.
oh,
Most of them should be getting, well, functional pretty close. Also, a lot of the repairing was mainly trying to make them back to my old vision. Because that stupid Peter does not understand what safety protocols are because they're too expensive.
true. He says, well, yeah, I'm gonna go into my lab and, work on my own little thing. Once you get those rides up and running, let me know. He walks in and closes the door and locks it.
Okay, either way, hey, I'll leave you all to your things. I have my own work to take upon.
Yep.
He says while stepping into his vehicle and flying away with it.
Yep.
Back to his underground base. Beautiful. Anyways.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
Harper emerges from his room and says, yeah, guys, I totally forgot about this, but, we need to be headed to California for the, the rocket launch,
Oh,
Oh, yeah. How
which
did
is
we get there?
in 2 hours.
Oh, how did we get there so quickly? I mean, we're
Uh,
here. Okay, California is um, um.
he
I
said,
mean, even if we had a plane, that would be a little bit of a tough one.
yeah, he says, let me see what I can do. And he's like, hey, Ace, you don't mind if I borrow some of this? And he picks up one of your contraptions, starts, like, reassembling it over in a corner.
Oh no, sure. I finished what I was doing, and he'll hold up his crossbow, which has a bunch of extra bits and bobs on it.
And he's like, and I'll need that. Just takes, like, the bolt out of the arrow and just, like,
No.
attaches it as a lever and, like, starts futzing around with things. He steps back and is like, well, there we go. It's, I hope it works. He's basically taken the pad that the teleport pad that Baxter built,
uh,
and basically has modified it for longer range.
oh,
I hope this works. He turns it on, and you just hear like it powers down. He's like, it needs more energy, and he's like, giving me a moment. He just crackles his hands and just shoves them into like a conduit, and just basically like tries to recharge it, and you just hear sparking of electricity, and then the power goes out in the entire apartment.
oh.
What did you do?
I may have overloaded the fuse box, he says.
Oh, that speaker just goes.
That's not how you do it.
I'm sorry.
You don't even have a main power fluctuator to make sure it doesn't overuse the power.
There's a knock on the door from the security. Everything okay in there? We seem to have had a blackout.
Everything is fine.
Very well. Carry on. And we cut back to Rose, who is you are what are you talking about right now with the Mr. Hey Hore or President Hore?
I mean,
Maybe just reminiscing about the war times or something.
if he's got questions, she's answering them to
Yeah.
the best of her ability.
Yep.
Uh,
So I've
you
heard
know.
about these people called go by the name of Harm. They're not classified under any of our governmental jurisdiction or agencies, and we were wondering where they came from and why they're here. Do you have any clue?
Well, I know that after the accident, they swarmed the park like locusts. And she thinks for a moment. And out of character, nobody said she couldn't say anything. So,
That is true.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, yeah. She'll say, yeah, the private army of this douche nozzle, Peter, and she'll say the last name.
Peter, uh, what was his name? Peter Wallace.
Yeah.
And, it's like,
She'll also add a bored billionaire with no tact or clue.
and he nods, writing it down on the file. He's close to the file and he says, well, we did set you up with the ambassador's suite, so if you'd like to rest up or walk the grounds, you're welcome to. We just do ask that you don't go anywhere, you're not supposed to go, like, well, you're well aware of the locations in this building where you're not supposed to be.
She nods.
And he says, I have work to do, and if you need anything, just ask just ask Tom or Bob.
Of course, sir. And she'll.
And please don't call me sir. The name is Shias. Or Hirai. Hooray. I go by a first name basis in my office.
Fair enough, Jorge. She says, yes, I could use a walk, she says.
And he says, well, I'll let Tom know that you're taking a walk. If you would like to, feel free to walk around the grounds, and if you want to, go outside and see the mall or any of the amazing museums we have around here, you're welcome to. Just make sure Tom or Bob comes with you. That's all I ask. Your safety is
She
paramount.
nods. She nods and thanks him, and she says, if you could tell the snipers I may hover a bit. I don't really feel like lead, 50 caliber brain surgery.
He nods and says, taps a button on
Mhm.
his desk and says, man, you can stand down. She's safe. Aye, sir. You hear over the comm. Thank you.
She smiles and she will walk out and extend her wings as she walks out the door, kind of making a show of it.
Yep. And there are, like, press up at the gate just trying to take photos as, like, they're trying to get a good angle through the hedge.
Yeah, and she'll walk around the rose garden, I guess.
Yep. And we cut back to Harper, who's now somehow managed to get the power back on and the thing operational. He says, I think it should work now. He flips the switch. Sparks fly out of, like, one of the units. He's like, don't worry, that's just completely normal.
Okay. Are you sure you don't need some help over there?
He says, hey, Ace, why don't you come over here and test it for me? I'm just gonna teleport you to the other side of the room and see if it works.
Okay. It's gonna cost.
He says,
You're
I want
sure
you
this
to,
is gonna work?
I just want you to stand right here, and he points to the X on the floor, and just stay absolutely still, and he's gonna roll a performance check.
Well, after he says that, he starts activating it. Instead of like standing perfectly still, Ace is gonna be like, "I can still breathe, right?"
He He's like, yeah, you can still breathe. He says as he pushes the button. Hold on, give me a moment. I have to roll for this. Excellent. His performance is okay. Oof. Um, instead of blipping to the other side of the room, Ace, you blip right above the pool at the water attraction.
Whoa.
Drop right into the pool.
Oh God!
I'll swim back up to the top.
And
And I'll be
you're-
like gasping, and I'll say, "I thought you said I would be able to breathe."
he says,
Oh no.
it probably needs a little bit more work. He says, and in the pool, a head pokes out, and yeah, it's our dear friend
Overflow?
Overflow.
Oh, you just see Overflow looking at you.
Hello.
Overflow is sleeping in the pool.
As it does.
I'll
Yeah.
just get out of your home then. I'll paddle over to the side.
Yep. And you you kind of like shake yourself off with a
Yeah.
and Cool Bro just walks up and just like
Whoa, bro. You just had a dunk in the water, bro.
I did indeed.
handing you a towel. No, actually, short shot comes up and it's like it's loaded with a towel, and he's like,
Next time, try not to do a high dive. Tung. Far more of a thunk noise.
Yeah, Secret has come out of the bathroom and is now sporting her new
Yep.
costume. She still has the hat.
Of
yes.
course. You can wear
And
the cloak over
She's
it.
not going to get rid of that hat because that's what
No,
makes
yeah.
her look cool.
yeah,
But she has
and,
the hat, but she's got the outfit on. She looks over at Blip. Blip,
yes.
how are we going to get to California?
I'm working on that. He says he's like typing frantically on a key, like multiple keyboards. He's going back and forth, flipping around the room, like gathering tack and he stops and
We
holds a
don't
wrench.
have
And
that much time to get there.
he says, "Well, I can't blip long distances yet." He says,
Blip. Blip. Blip.
"Yeah,
The little Baxter like radio thing is like bouncing a little bit as he says that.
yes."
It's obvious that you can't do it on your own. So let me guide you, damn it.
Sure.
Okay, you have a printer in your like little lab room.
Yes. Looks over
Let
at the
me
thing.
just print you a guide.
And it starts printing like out of a fax machine.
A fax machine.
Okay,
And it just
sure.
see all the piece of paper? Baxter's Guide to Building a Portal. Not like an idiot.
Baxter's Guide to Portal. No, Portaling 101 for dummies. And he's like flipping through the page. He's like, that's what I forgot. He puts like a
the
a
whole
range
thing is just
inhibitor.
wrong.
Yeah, yeah. It's like he reassembles it quickly, and it's like, there we go. It's like, who wants to try it out? He's just looking at the party.
Do we really want to try this? It could send us anywhere.
I know it could. It says, but it's the only way we can get there quickly.
Yeah, I know. I'll
is now
try
mid-
it. I'll be the guinea pig.
It is now like midday, by the way.
Yeah. She's gonna be the guinea pig.
Yeah, you step on the X, and he
Mhm.
says, "All right, I just need you to stand as still as possible."
The
And
only
3,
thing that moves is her tail.
2,
Yeah.
3, and I'm gonna roll again,
Uh-huh.
but with advantage this time because now
Okay.
it's fixed. 2d20 plus 2. Yeah, we're taking that 19.
Okay.
Ours-
Yep.
Yeah, you blip right outside, like the airstrip of like the perimeter, like outside one of the front gates to the what's it called? Kennedy Space Center? No, that's down in Florida.
Yeah, that's in Florida,
Where's
dear.
where's the one? What's the one called in California?
I don't think there is one in California.
Well, we'll just call it Roberts Airfield. Or yeah, launch pad, Roberts launch pad, whatever, airfield. Yep. And yep, you're outside the gate. And it is sweltering hot. It is 110 degrees out.
Oh,
And
He
you're all
knows.
fur.
And I'm all for. Does she have a communication back to the people in Florida?
Yeah, you have a comm.
What is the
Har-
comm? Is it ear?
Yeah, it's in your comm.
Okay.
Harper's like,
Yes.
did it work? Did it work? He's like typing and like trying to track you.
It worked. Send the other people.
And you just see like the digital clock out on the airstrip say one, like 10 minutes left until launch.
You have 10 minutes to send the rest of the people. We need to go stop the launch. I can't do it by myself.
He says, and like right before you say that, like Ace, you just blip next to her, followed by blip shortly after. And Baxter, do you want to come or no?
Baxter stays behind, of course,
Okay.
but he does go through like a little radio thing going, I'm going to help, but of course, from my own safe distance, I'm busy. But, Ace, I did put something in that little infinite pocket of your suit
oh, I
to allow
will.
me to assist with the whole rocket situation.
Okay,
Multiple gadgets, but mainly the main one.
I'll
Yeah.
search the pocket for what he's talking about.
You pull it out like this thing. It's similar to the one that was used on those missiles, but better and bigger.
He says, well, good. Well, now we just have to get through. Like you can see like a bunch of people on like the lawn just watching the launch. He says, how are you supposed to get into the facility? It's not like we have VIP access.
Well, you can't VIP your way through it this time.
Well, actually, Secret goes, hang on. She's going to roll stealth.
Mm-hmm.
She rolls a natural 20. She disappears.
Blip's looking around. It's like, where did Secret go?
Okay, this is what she's going to do. We're outside the gate. Is it a locked gate?
It is a electronic lock gate with an armed guard.
She's going to sneak past the armed guard.
All right, the guard's just sitting in his like booth, just watching the monitors, and he's like sipping his coffee, completely oblivious.
Is it okay? The gate, is it one of those rolly things?
Yeah, it's a rolling gate, like one of
Okay.
those like chain link that rolls to the side like that.
And it doesn't require a button press.
It requires a key code and a button press.
Right. Okay.
I mean, welcome to the wonderful world of the future where everything is super secure,
Yeah.
especially a rocket launch to the moon.
She is she sneaks past the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, she's gonna do a sleight of hand.
Baxter and Eric, let's quickly go. Now remember, anything you touch will go invisible with you. The one hindsight of the suit.
She knows. Oh,
What did you roll?
that is a 21.
Wow, the dice are loving you today.
Yes. Yes, they
so,
are.
yeah, you look at this keypad and you're just like, you can actually see the smudges of fingerprints all over the keypad, and you just type the keys. A couple combinations in, and you're just like, you get it. And the light switches from secure to unsecure, and the button lights up green.
Okay.
Do you push the button?
She pushes the button.
The car looks up and it's like, huh? What? He's like comments over the radio. Sir, we believe the gate just opened randomly. Is there a malfunction or something? No, there shouldn't be a malfunction. Is anyone there? He's like looking around. Hello, who's there? Sees absolutely no one.
No one. And she's not gonna say anything either. She is.
And he says, Sir, there's no one here. The gate just opened on its own. We'll just reset it then. And I'm assuming you're sneaking through the gate.
She is. No one else can see her,
No.
but everybody else does notice that the gate is open.
And the guard is like frantically trying to like close the gate.
There's no way to get through the gate without being seen, though, is there?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Is the guard like right there, or is there a camera?
There are 3 cameras, and one is on the guardhouse, and 2 are pointed like kind of like this, like kind of like a intersecting point on either end of the camera of the posts around the gate.
Oh, geez.
They're dome cameras. Dome cameras.
Just as a words of advice, if you can find a panel or something, you can plug one of my other little gadgets. I'm just gonna call an override, feed into it, and then I'll have access to their cameras. Or something like that.
Yep.
But finding
Oh,
a panel will be the hard part.
How tall is the fence?
It is a 8-foot fence.
Okay, I think
Barbed wired fence.
Ace has got a better solution.
Yep.
Of course, Ace has got a better solution.
He'll look, because Blip is here too, right?
Yes.
Let's say, Blip, do you think you can get through the gate quickly without being seen?
He just says, I believe I can. Let me see what I
Okay.
can do. He just grabs your elbow and just like, hold on.
Okay.
You just see in your vision a very blurred reality for a second, and then you're standing on the opposite side of like around the corner behind like one of the buildings. And you feel very dizzy.
Yeah, no, he's staggering a little bit after that.
Yep. And he says, stay here, I'll be right back. And you just hear as he grabs the next occupant.
Yeah.
Secret. Oh no, Secret, you're already behind the building.
I think that's it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh
had
yeah,
already snuck.
it's just me, yeah. So he's like, he blips back, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Like, he looks around and looks at himself. Oh.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna have to roll a stealth check for that.
That's fine.
Because he wasn't paying attention, and let's see if the cameras see him. Let's see, what's my stealth? Okay, that's decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. And alarms start going off. Intruder alert. Intruder
Why
alert.
do you text me so? Luckily, I'm not there. He says, well, in reality, he's kicking back.
And you just hear all personnel secure gate 1 north side. All personnel secure gate 1 north side. And the guard just reaches for his rifle and
Where is Blip?
Blip is just
Blip...
standing
Hey,
out in the open with his hands up.
Is he next to me?
No, you're behind the building here. You're out of view, but he's standing in the middle of like the road that goes into the facility. On the other side of the gate, inside. And the guard is now pulling a semi-automatic semi-automatic rifle at him.
Fine. She is going to sneak, because with that natural 20, she can do this. She's going to sneak, and she's going to put a hand on him. From what Baxter said, the drawback of the suit is that anything she touches goes invisible. Is that what I'm getting?
Yes. It's both good and bad.
Okay, so she touches Blip.
And the guard just like, huh? Where'd you go?
And she whispers in Blip's ear, Blip.
Yeah, what? He just
I mean Blip. Move.
Ow. as gunfire starts spraying at his feet, and he's like, he just blips all the way
Because,
over.
well, he's gonna have to blip himself and Secret because she's the one
Yeah,
touching him.
I'm gonna have to roll another stealth check.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna have to roll a
sorry.
stealth and a survival check.
Yep.
So let's
Maybe
roll
you
the stealth.
I am
Let's roll the
so
stealth
sorry.
first.
I am so sorry.
Holding things to make them invisible is both really good, mostly good, but the bad,
21.
of course,
Okay, so
is
he's
bump
stealth
into
fine.
somebody.
Now I have to
Okay.
roll my survival.
Yep.
Like if you bump a guard or something, they go invisible for a second.
11. So like he blips like over towards like a couple boxes, and they fall over.
Mm-hmm.
But they're nowhere in view of like any cameras or anyone.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. So it made some noise, but no one noticed it.
That, as I said, that's fine.
Yeah, and he's like, you can't see him. He can't see you, and he's just panting violently. Like,
Are
Never
you
was shot at-
alright?
I was never shot at like that before. I mean, yes, I've been shot at multiple times, but he's like holding up his hand. He's like, huh? Like, this is weird. Very weird.
Oh, yes, I am sorry. And she immediately takes a hand off of you.
His hands appear, and he's like, okay, that's better.
Look, it was the only thing I could think to do to get you out of that situation. Now, we need to get to the launch.
Launch
now.
in 5 minutes. 30
Each.
seconds.
Yeah, we need to get moving.
He says,
You're really close to the rocket. Just climb on it if you have to.
yeah. As you can see, like steam rising from like the pad. You guys are like near the pad right now.
Mhm.
All right, I can get up onto the rocket if necessary.
He says, well, the gantry is already moving away. He points to the gantry.
Oh, I won't need the gantry.
He says,
There should be a panel on the side of the rocket. You don't even need to get inside the damn thing. Just tear
Okay.
the panel off on the rocket and put the damn device on.
So I'm gonna run towards the rocket, and I'm casting jump, and what I picture is Ace's boots, like little rockets come out the sides,
yeah.
and he just kind of does like a rocket boosted jump up onto the rocket.
Roll out.
There's
Okay.
Roll
a lot of rocketry going on here.
roll an acrobatics check.
Ooh, not my best skill.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
All right.
I
Secret
don't suppose I can
and
cast guidance on myself before that happens.
I'm gonna say no
Fair enough.
because you already took the action. So, but you do have one free reroll, courtesy of Katie.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, Secret, you have a reroll.
Thank you.
No, you have an inspiration point. Sorry.
Well, that's
Yeah, it's the same as a reroll, but yeah.
that's the same as a reroll. What are you talking about?
I got a
Yeah.
15. That's not bad.
All right. So yeah, you managed to like your boots engage. You're flying towards the thing, and then you hit something invisible,
Oh no.
Oh.
and you just hear
Oh no!
you hit something invisible, and then over one of the PA speakers, you just hear evil cackling. I thought you would try that, and you'd be here.
Yep, it's Peter. A bad time to ask, guys, but why am I helping you, and what? More of what are you guys doing with this rocket again?
We're trying to stop Peter, I believe.
Let's just make things a little more interesting. As you look over at the clock, it now says 30 seconds to launch. As you hear the igniters on the bottom of the rocket just starting to warm up.
Everyone calm down. Ace, give me a moment. I'm looking, because I put a bunch of things in your pocket as kind of like a parting gift thing. So let me...
I
let me
reach in my pocket and pull something out.
Okay, okay, I found what it is, but I'm not sure if you can pull it out right. It's basically, it's a prototype shield breaker. It should shatter the shield, but the thing is, I have no idea if it actually works.
Well, here's our chance to test it out. I will pull what I assume is the shield breaker from my pocket.
It's a device with like tripod legs, and it has like claw things and a little piston thumping thing. And he just goes, that should be it. Just place it and activate it. It takes a second to warm up, but like once
Launch
it
in
activates,
20. As you see like the smoke and steam rising from like the pad. You guys can't
just-
see each other.
I'll put the device down and activate it, and
just
then
keep it from being destroyed. It should take only about a second or two to start working, and then it only, depending how strong the shield is, depending how long it takes to break.
Launch in 10, 9.
You see the thumper
8.
start hitting it, the shield starts fizzing.
5, 4.
The shield fizzes out.
Yeah.
Go! Grab the rocket!
I will attempt to jump again. to get to
Roll
the
an
rocket.
acrobatics check.
Wait, don't forget the grace thing.
I don't think I have
Guidance.
time to do that,
Okay,
unfortunately.
there.
Yeah,
You get
acrobatics.
Baxter's guidance, also known as is.
Um,
He has
P-
control of
Harper's
the
gonna
shield.
help you.
So I rolled a 10 this time.
Harper's gonna assist you, and he's
Oh.
gonna roll his acrobatics, and he's basically gonna blip you up closer to the rocket. Like he's
That
gonna take a
worked.
running lip and like blip in midair.
Cool.
So let me roll a acrobatics, which is exclamation mark 1d20 plus that. Nope, plus not equals 22.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. You are now on the side of the rocket, holding on to like the one of these like handlebar panel things.
Okay.
And he says, he's holding on to it with you, and the rocket says launch. As the rocket starts rising into the air.
Hold on. Okay, get the damn panel.
I will pull out a screwdriver and get to work on the panel.
I ran.
I hate to ask this, but is it a sonic screwdriver?
It's a normal
Sorry.
screw. I'm gonna say it's a normal screwdriver, but it's a screwdriver which has again a little rocket assist on it. So Ace
Okay.
lets go of it, and it kind of like
Floats.
yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah.
floats. Okay. Sorry,
I like-
I had to. I so had to.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And destroys the shield breaker.
Yeah. The
Be recovered.
yeah, the rocket flames basically burn up the whatever's left on the pad, including poor Secret. You're gonna have to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, am I?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
The rocket's engines are burning the pad as it's launching.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this a DC 17 check.
All right. Oh, God. No.
All right.
That was an 11 altogether.
Yeah, you just see the flames coming, and you try and like curl up into a ball, and your fur is going to get seriously singed. I'm gonna roll a d12 for damage.
Okay.
Give me a moment. 12. 6 points of damage.
6. Okay.
Fire damage, non-lethal.
Well, fire damage is lethal,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Your the smoke and the emergency, like, you know, like the spray that puts out the fire on the thing just starts, you know, like the fire retardant spray hits
Yep.
you and puts you out immediately. But your
Yep.
fur is not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of
Luckily, a
time
lot
to
of this-
regrow.
Yeah,
Well,
and it smells wonderful, burnt hair.
Yes.
Actually, I don't
Burnt
think
fur.
my hair is burnt because of
Yes.
the suit being over it.
Yeah,
What?
but like the
One
suit's a
streak
little
damage.
singed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your whiskers are a little singed. That's it.
Thank you.
But
Oh, yeah.
the rocket is
Good.
now entering. You can just hear like over the Harper's ear. 1,500, 1,600, 1,700.
Okay, Ace, there, around your neck there should be a button.
Okay.
Push it.
I push the button.
A helmet goes around.
Oh, that's handy.
This was mainly for diving, underwater kind of stuff, but technically a diving suit can technically work, and you get the point. It's a back and forth.
2,300.
I keep trying to get that panel off.
Roll me a dexterity. Oh no, strength check.
Okay.
Yep. You're traveling at like pretty much close to like Mach 2, and the rocket's hurtling towards space.
17.
Yeah, you hit it on the nose, so you unscrew the last screw, and you're now in Atmo. You've
All right,
broken the atmosphere, and
I have the thing that I have to plug in, I think, right? To give
yes,
Baxter access.
yep, you're floating
I
through the
will-
air, kind of like just floating. You're in
I'll-
space.
I'll pull it out and go to put it in, and it seems for a moment like Ace has dropped it, but it goes flying like right into the slot that it needs to go. Apparently by chance.
Yep.
Impressive. Either way, get the damn device in. It's like the older one, but I
it's
in some errors.
It's in. Over.
Okay. You see the thing light up? The big thing about why I had to make a bigger, better version was for the simple fact that, luckily no one knew this, is the old version had a loophole that caused the thing easily fried if it wasn't used right. But this one is the one with no back doors and no way to get in. But me, he says.
Roll me a intelligence check.
Ooh. My big brain.
Yes.
I'm braining.
At least we know if he ever does actually go villain, we'll catch him monologuing.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
you don't.
Oh, yeah.
He could be monologuing to you guys just because you're allies for now.
Yeah.
Like, he may not monologue.
Yep. And while this is all happening, let me know what the roll is. We're gonna cut down to it's now nighttime. Queen,
Yep.
you what were you doing outside? Like you were walking the grounds, right?
Yeah, she was walking around the rose garden, and
Yep.
you know, if she felt the urge, she'd float around a little bit, because why not?
Yeah. So the water fountain's kind of bubbling and stuff like that over near the back of the grounds, and then Bob says, "Madam, as you're like flying like all over the place, she's like, Madam."
Right, sorry. She'll come down and land very daintily.
The dinner party is about to start in your honor, and I was told to escort you there personally.
She nods.
It's
And
in the
she'll...
West Wing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She'll follow around.
Yep.
What she'll do is use Druidcraft to create high heels out of extra roses that she's
Nice.
cultivated out of the garden,
Yep.
and will tap her feet in there.
Yep. And you're walking through into the down the corridor, and there are a lot of press here. There's a lot of military, a lot of, like Department of Defense, Department of Energy, Department of Industry, Department of Health and Human Services. A lot of like agencies are showing up here, like big people.
Whoa. Just a lot
And
of
you're walking through the into the like the dining hall, and plates are clattering, people are talking, phones are going off. And you make your way to table number 1, where the presidential table. And there's a podium sitting at like the stage in the very back, and like, no one's standing at it right now. And you just sit down, and there's a menu on your place. And one of the waitresses comes up and says, "Good evening, madam. What can I get for you?" He's looking at your wings awkwardly.
She smiles and looks at the menu and goes with whatever vegetarian option they have, because she doesn't actually eat meat.
They have a vegan burger.
Excellent. She will have one.
All right. And he says, "Very well. I'll get that right out to you, and please enjoy the festivities," he says. And so he hurries off awkwardly after taking everyone else's order. And then another one comes up to you. It's a woman, and she says, "Good evening, Miss what can I get for you to drink? As she's like holding like a wine glass, like a wine thing.
Um, she'll just get a like a Pinot Noir or something, a red wine.
Pinot Noir, yes. She pours like a hefty glass of Pinot for you, Noir for you. And she says,
Excellent.
please enjoy. And she hurries off. And there's kind of like a screech on the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, please may I have your attention. It's just like a clanging of like the dinging of the knife against the glass. Kind of like, like at a party
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And it says, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to please welcome to the stage. Yes, you may have heard of her in the news. Her name is Jessica Rose, and a lot of you have been giving her the name of, well, I'll let her introduce herself. Please welcome Lieutenant Jessica Rose to the stage. And the president steps aside from the podium,
Yep.
looking down at you, still sitting at the table.
Yeah, she'll stand up and wave and make her way up the stairs.
Yep. There's just dead silence.
Up.
He
As
hands you the he lowers the mic for you, and it's like that creaking kind of like sound with like the.
Yep. She smiles and says, "Thank you." She'll take the podium with a
Yep.
smile
Mhm.
and say, "Well, I can tell by your silence you've got questions. Believe
And
me,
one of the
I
one of the press raises his hands like, and the president steps up and says into the mic, "Please hold your questions until the very end. Thank you." And the hand lowers.
She smirks at it and says, "Well, in all honesty, I have a lot of questions myself about it. Uh, just to clarify to everyone, I am human." Uh, she says, "I was born here in the United States and served in the military, and honestly, I I don't I don't see myself as worthy of this," she says, and she motions around the room. She says, "I just happen to be somebody who wanted to do the right thing with extra gifts. Uh, and I didn't do it alone. I have friends. Uh, and the important thing to remember is we're all human. And look, we just want to help in the way we can. And that's all," she says. And she'll do the pause as in, "That's it, I'm done."
Yep. And the questions start like hitting you like, how did the wings happen? Like one of the reporters says, are you would people consider you a human mutant? How did you become like that? Does will the flare affect all of us? And like all these other questions are like running around the room like crazy, and you have to pick one with those questions to answer.
Yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the thing with the wings, I guess, about
Yeah,
I guess it was why she got them or how she got them.
how she got them.
She says, "Well, I was in the middle of a one of my performances and I was."
This interjection. Do we have reason to believe that the the organization that runs the parks down at Florida called Worlds of Adventure is responsible for this? And he takes a momentary pause. Accident?
No, only the man at the top, she says.
You mean Mr. Peter Wallace?
She nods.
Do you believe Peter Wallace to be a threat to national security? One of the military attachés asks.
She says he was responsible for the issue with which we are lauding me today, she says.
One of them says, "Do you believe that that you or any of your friends pose a risk to national security?" And then someone just shouts off in the distance, "Monster!" And then all hell breaks loose out over near one of the tables off to the left as plates drop and you just hear gunfire. You're now in combat.
Yep. She will basically the moment she hears gunfire, she flies towards it, and
it is surprisingly, it's one of your someone you recognize. If you'd like to roll a insight check.
Sure.
You don't sound too happy about that.
23.
It's Michael Rose. He's holding a semi-automatic machine gun and training it right at you.
Yep. She'll, first thing she'll do is, was anybody hit?
I'm about to roll for that. The gun did go off, so give me a moment. I will tell you in just a moment. I'm just gonna roll this privately. Uh, 12 civilians have been hit from the ricochet or the gunfire.
Okay. She'll hold her finger up to her father and say, "I'll deal with you in a moment." And she will start singing and try and cast Healing Word over the entire crowd of the injured.
Yep. Roll.
I'll roll performance too. Give me a sec.
Yep. While this is happening, we're going to cut to the rocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rolled.
It was 17 and 7 damage to the healed.
Okay.
17
so
performance.
they've gained health back, 7 health. So let me just mark that down. Yep. Okay. The rocket's now in orbit and making its way towards the moon.
I don't want to rush you, Baxter, but
Yes, I know.
Okay. I like that. I don't want to rush you.
I'm already in for a long way back as it is.
He managed to roll a 21.
21 for the hack.
Yes.
The rocket's engines sputter out, and you just hear as like couplings just start disengaging from the center of the rocket.
Where am I in relation to those couplings?
You're right on the middle of the couplings.
I would like to climb higher than the coupling.
Roll a dexterity check, because you're in 0G.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh yes! Natural 20 for 22.
Yeah.
Nice.
You've never done a spacewalk before, but this is your first time and you succeeded.
I don't want to alarm you, but don't breathe too rapidly out of panic, because that oxygen is not very much.
Yeah, I can't imagine that there's a big supply of oxygen that came with me up here. Yeah.
Please roll a d20 for me. Just a flat d20.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I can do that here. That was an 8.
You have 8 minutes of oxygen left.
Okay.
Okay.
If I
So-
knew you were gonna go in space, I would have given you a bigger tank.
No, this is fine. This is fine. The rocket, though, the upper stage of the rocket has its own motor, right? After the decoupling.
Yes. And that
Okay.
motor's firing up now.
All right. We need to. First things first. I need to stop that from happening. I want to produce some tools from my tool bag, and I need to disable the rocket engine before it starts carrying me further
Yes, I
away.
can. Good news is because it threw away one of its biggest things of, well, fuel, it won't get to the moon now, so... Hey, on the bright side, technically, you could just jump off now, and we would have already foiled Peter's plans for the moon. But, no, whatever.
I'm going to
save the
I'm
next
gonna
phase.
DM you, Baxter.
I'm attempting to disable the rocket before it fires, so that I can attempt to take control of it.
That's probably a good idea.
I've gotten through the first stage of its, well, controls, luckily for me, so, you know. It's real good. Good the news is I have first stage access, and I think it decoupled in the sense of spite. What is this?
Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna get that too.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm looking through it. Nothing wrong here, definitely. Okay, the rocket. That's weird. It's having a lot of behavior changes after that disconnection.
And you notice that the rocket is starting to turn itself in a re-entry trajectory.
Oh, well, that's possibly that was somewhat my intent.
Well, okay. Funny. It looks like Peter really hates me or something, and is trying to beat me in a battle of wits.
Just can you tell me where the rocket's pointing itself?
You hear him typing. White House.
Whoa. Okay.
As the rocket engines fire.
It's
Okay,
going
that's-
for the White House, if you couldn't tell. So deliciously, well, anal from Peter. Okay, we're going to.
As we cut back to the White House.
As we come back to the White House, and the other two people who are still in California
Yep.
are going. You might want to have a little scene with them because now you're switching between a rocket and a.
Yes. Yep. And
yep.
we're gonna switch back to like Secret and Harper.
Blip.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, you hear Baxter go to you. Okay, you two. How's just sitting there?
We
What
just
is it?
watched a rocket, and you just see like a light, like.
Where is the rocket going?
Well, it's going to the moon, and then I disconnected something. Well, I disconnected automatically when I logged in, and now it's going for the White House.
I
Harper
look at
just,
Blip
like-
and go, yeah, I look at Blip and go, White House?
White House.
And then grab Blip.
Yep, grab Blip.
And I just blip right into the right onto the front lawn as
You have to roll for it.
I know. I'm gonna have to roll for this because I'm
Oh.
I'm aiming for the White House front lawn because
Yeah,
I've been there. but,
you do that and I'll do something else, so then when we loop in, we're not
yeah, shot at.
it's shot at, so.
Yeah.
She grabs onto you, you do your rolling, I'll do my rolling.
Hold on. Exclamation mark D20 plus my arcane, which is what? No, it would be my athletics because it's basically a high speed teleport mechanically.
Mechanically, yes.
Why must I be the good guy?
Oof.
What did you roll?
A 6. He blips and you guys blip onto the top of the National Monument. The very
She's got-
tip.
She's got her hand on you.
Yep. And Harper is just like
And-
starting to
and-
fall towards the
Yeah.
ground.
Well, she grabs you. No,
Land on your
she has you.
Yep.
We'll roll that in a minute. But she had a 26, so she has gone invisible, and so have you.
Yep.
And now I have to. I guess I have to roll a strength check, don't I?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
Damn it. Gonna be interesting. That is a 17.
Yeah, you managed to hold on.
I'm
But
not
it's-
losing
it-
you now.
And Harper's just like dangling, holding onto your wrist like that.
And she pulls you back up.
Yeah, into the window
Well, no,
of the. Yeah, you're on
well,
the very
no,
top. Yeah.
We're on the very top.
And he just climbs up and holding on to like the top of the thing, and he says, "I wasn't expecting this to be like the focal point of our trip, but welcome to Washington D.C." He says, and he's like, and you
It
just
is
hear
good-
gunfire off in the distance.
Congratulations, you're nowhere where you need to be.
Well, you said the White House. She's looking.
Yeah.
She hasn't gone uninvisible yet, so
Yeah,
you
you
know,
see
we're
the White
kinda
House
safe
off,
there.
off in the distance. I'm not gonna have you roll for that because you've been here at least
Oh.
once.
Yeah, at least once. Where
Yeah.
is it?
It's off to the west.
Map. Oh.
The mall.
Map of the mall?
Yeah,
Of
map of DC Mall.
Cat, I'm gonna pick you up. There's nothing
Yep.
you can do about it. You have failed.
Sorry, I have to have something visual
Yeah,
so that I
yeah,
can.
reference. I
Yeah,
got it.
reference. Reference. Yeah, reference.
Yep. Mhm. So, yep.
Okay, White House is at 3.
Mhm.
Washington Monument is at 2. No, it is not. It is north.
Yeah, north. Sorry. Yeah, but you're facing like in the direction that would be on your west. Your west. But you know.
Yeah,
whatever.
so I turn north,
Yeah.
and from where
You see it.
from where I'm standing, I can see the White House, and
Yeah.
I look at Blip, look at Harper. That is where we need to go.
All right. Let's see if I can get you there. It takes a good like quick look, and it's like rolling again.
Rolling again.
Here we go again.
Plus 4. You now blip into the pool, the reflecting pool.
At least you're on the ground.
You mean we went west instead of north?
Yep, you went into the reflecting pool. You rolled a 6, and you got a wet. You now have a wet cat on you.
She
She
still
has
has
a wet-
you.
Yeah,
she
you have a
still
wet.
has you.
Yep.
I'm going the wrong direction. That way, and she points north.
Spits water out.
Yeah, there's a splash in the water, and people are looking like, what?
And they're hearing really voices coming from nowhere.
Yep.
That way, north.
As water's dripping from your finger. And he's like, okay. He's gonna roll one more time.
Actually, can I help?
Sure. How are you gonna help?
Okay. Well, giving him a direction.
Yeah.
And roll with advantage.
I'm taking the 18. So yep.
Pleased?
Yep. Yeah, you blip up to the gate of the White House. That's as close as he can get you.
Okay.
And you can hear gunfire, and like you now hear the sound of like alarms going off.
Oh dear. I do think our friend is in trouble. She, I'm assuming she can talk to Queen Bee.
Well, at this distance, I will allow it, but it's gonna be very crackly.
That's fine. Queen Bee, are you alright? Do you need help? All she says.
And your father is now training a assault rifle at your head. And his finger is slowly
Oh,
squeezing that trigger.
She just says, "Yeah, no, I'm good," and she's going to, she'll rush in and disarm him.
All right, roll a grapple check. Contested.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Let me just roll down. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll privately and see if you beat it. Because evil GM noises.
30-20.
Yeah, you succeed. You grab onto him, and he's like. By the way, he looks like kind of like this mutant kind. You like in the opening that we had like that like orc kind of looking monster creature that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
He's that.
Okay. Do we hear this over comm, even though it's crackly?
Yeah, you hear like a kind of like a very staticky alarm sound, and you hear like secure the secure Blue Eagle, like over comms. You've patched in basically to like the Secret Service line.
I look at Blimp. Is there any way we could get any closer?
Not without getting shot at, he says. But I can certainly try if you want to breach the perimeter.
Well, it looks like people have already breached the perimeter, don't you think?
Very well, he says. Hold on. As
Holding!
he wraps his arms around you. And he says, your tail is in my face.
I'm sorry! Holds the tail, holds him.
18.
Very good!
You are now inside the hallway in the... you're actually... No, I'm going to say you blip into the Oval Office. And you're blipped into the chair.
And I always wanted to be president. Let's go find our friend. And she immediately lets go of him because...
2 Secret Service agents burst through the door before you can...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She
Guns
lets go of
trained.
him. She's still invisible. He is not. So he immediately appears.
And he's like, hi, sorry. And he's going to say, I didn't want to do this. Lightning strike.
Oh, Lord.
Alright, that is an attack, so that's going to be my whip attack. So d20 plus 4. $23. Both hits them both in the thing, and I have to roll a
Make sure you only knock
D4
them
plus-
out. We don't want to kill them.
No, I'm doing non-lethal.
Well, that's what Secret is saying.
Unlimited power.
D4 plus 2. They take 6 damage and they kind of like stumble back and they're like, security reinforcements to the Oval Office. Security reinforcements. And then the other one crumples to the floor as you hear like one of the windows shatter, and a shark woman appears through the window.
Who?
Shark woman. Remember from the previous episode?
Oh, right.
Hello. It's been a pleasure. You don't mind if I just picks up the president, like who's been, brought into the room. I'll just borrow this for a moment. Hops out the window.
Oh, no, you don't. Grabs the president.
You're gonna have to roll a grapple check.
Yeah, I know.
Contested.
So that's athletics, or is that an acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, you sure?
Athletics, sorry.
Alright.
Yep.
That is a 17.
You manage to grab onto them, and
He goes invisible because she has not dropped her invisibility.
Yep. He looks up at you and he's like, What? Looking around, looks at his hands.
There's no hands.
You just hear screaming from the president.
Well, she looks at him because in the invisible state they can still see each other. It's just no one else can see
yeah.
them.
He's screaming, but like he can't see his
And
hands.
she puts her finger up and goes, shh.
He starts whimpering silently. As more guards burst into the room.
What does shark person do?
Shark person is like looking around like, like sniffing the air. He's gonna roll
It's-
a nature check.
Oh boy. She's also going to gently push the president, like, out of the way of the window.
15.
What do I do to offset that?
What is your AC?
15.
He immediately stops sniffing in your direction, and he's gonna pounce.
Right. She's going to do a tuck and roll with the president, which is acrobatic.
Yep. Roll acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
I have to roll my attack.
Yes, you
Unarmed
do.
strike, which is basically... Yep.
Trying to attack something that's invisible is really hard.
Yes, because you get disadvantage on that.
Yes.
And that is a 19. So good luck.
All smelling
Ooh,
really
he
bad.
rolled a 2. He slams into the bookcase. Next to you.
She also gets close to the president's ear.
Yep.
Because that's who she has the arm of. Pardon for the familiarity, Mr. President, but don't you think we ought to get away from that?
He nods.
So shh. And she crouched down, and we're sneaking out of the room so she can get him to like Secret Service or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So where the president's going to be safe. Now,
Yep.
poor Blip. She's leaving me poor Blip there.
Yeah. Blip's just like on the floor, like coughing, and this like he's been like captured by the Secret Service agents who have stormed into the room, guns drawn. They've basically.
There's no president.
Where's the president? Secure asset blue. Secure asset blue. Asset blue not found, sir. Lock it down. Lock it down. And like barriers and like gates go over the windows and stuff like that.
There's nothing across the door. There's just Secret Service in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
She's going to get the president behind them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she again looks at the president.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you for being quiet. But do you think you can have them released, my friend? I will be around the corner.
He says, "They can't see me."
I will release you and they'll be able to see you. But I need you to be out of the room so then that shark thing doesn't get you again. Do you want the shark thing to get you?
He shakes his head.
Good. She's behind them at this point,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She lets go. She's still invisible.
Yep.
She has not dropped it. And there should be like a corner she can get around.
Yeah.
Well,
There's like a side room that you can go to. That one of the doors open.
Yeah, she's there, but she's keeping an eye on the president, just
Yep.
in case Shark Boy tries to do anything else.
Shark Boy is like sniffing the air as they're like trying to detain this creature, and Shark Woman is going to
Shark
be
Woman.
rolling an attack on one of these poor Secret Service people.
Well, the president has now appeared behind the Secret Service people.
He says, "Stand down, apprehend the assailant." And they just turn around and it's like, two guards just like bum rush the poor president and tackle him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
It's something that the even secret goes, good reflexes. Very, 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 very quietly.
14. Yeah, his AC, the woman's AC is 14. So, yeah, she gets tackled to the ground and like cuffed, and she's like snapping at them and stuff like that, and one of them loses a leg. Unfortunately.
That's what they get for dealing with Jawzette.
Yep.
Yes.
Now we cut back to in the reception hall.
Yay! Secret saved the president.
Yeah.
I love it.
Not quite, Sylvan.
Huh?
So,
No, that's That's a secret service.
Yeah. And yes. We're gonna cut back to in the reception hall, and yeah. Queen, your present's nowhere to be found, and everyone's like under the tables, like cowering.
And screaming.
Yep.
Yep.
Alarms still going off.
How has everybody like basically given us enough room? Like they've they're all pinned to the.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
It's basically a gunfight now. Well, gunfight versus fairy. Person thing.
Yeah. She is going to. She doesn't want to do anything super powerful. She might scare these people. Alright, she'll look at her father before everybody's ears start to ring. And she'll say, "Alright, Dad, it's time for you to have a timeout." And she'll clap her hands together and cast Thunderclap.
Alright, roll to hit.
You have to roll. DC
DC.
con save.
Okay.
13.
DC con save 13. How does a 20 tickle you?
Well, that's fine. Everybody else just hears a giant, like, Hulk smash.
And he just shakes it off and he says, "Unfortunately, I've been also enhanced, daughter." And he's going to use his special. Your AC is what?
15.
He spits towards one of the, in your general direction, some kind of like liquid kind of goop. And the table just starts acid disintegrating. As you see like one of the people underneath the table just scurry out to another table.
Yep. How close is he to, like, a door?
He's like, he just came out of the kitchen door.
I mean, like an outside door and or window.
All the windows are shuttered right now because of the lockdown. And all the doors are locked. Safety protocol and containment protocol for the White House at this era.
Now I have to wonder, can the White House will stop something going at Mach 1 holding something as big as an orc?
Don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, she'll look back at the table, then look back at her father, very angry, and she will spring and basically raid and tackle her through a wall, or try through one of the exterior walls.
I wish I could come and help you, but I'm.
Yeah, we'll get to you in a moment. Don't worry,
do
Baxter.
something
We'll get to you too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
23.
All right. You smash through the wall into the reception hall. And as that happens, we're going to cut over to the Rocket and Baxter and Diamond Ace hurling towards re-entry.
Luckily and unfortunately, there's two possibilities. Either I try to hack this and I succeed and we're fine, or you do something, or I have to use one of the things I'm not done with.
Re-entry imminent.
Okay, try to take control of the rocket. I'm going to at least give it a malfunction that steers it off course. So here's my emergency thing. I would like to pull up my grease gun and cast grease deep enough in the rocket that I ignite a fire.
Oh, like onboard fire? Okay.
Yeah. Let's
see.
I'd like
what
to literally burn out some of the rocket controls.
Are you aiming towards Martha's Vineyard or something? Like towards the bay?
I mean,
roll an arcane check.
Okay.
Because basically you're trying to... I'm going to just mechanically say that,
That's fair.
yeah.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1, so I'm going to use my reroll on this one.
All right, reroll has been
Yes.
spent.
Yeah, that was a good use. I rolled a 22 instead.
Yeah, the fire erupts in the control box of the thing, and you just hear mechanical failure, like like on the screen, and then you just hear as the engine housing basically decouples, and then you see 3 booster rockets engage that are high powered, and the rocket is now hurtling straight towards the okay, you managed to... I'll say this much. You've managed to change directory from the White House to the National Mall. That's as much as I'm giving you.
Oh, how many redundancies does this thing have?
I don't know.
Peter is going full ham on this thing.
Okay, my redundancy has always happened right now.
Okay.
Right when I'm trying to hack. So, do I get an advantage on hack? 'Cause I'm using my device.
Yes, you're using Executioner.
I only got a 13 as my highest roll.
All right, let me roll the counter. Let's see what I get. Give me a moment. Surprisingly, your hack gets through.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
System override. Crippled. Detected. System override. Error. Just flashes on the screen.
Now, this is fine. I have an idea. You've got control, right?
This rocket is barely even a warhead by this point. There should not be... I have control, yes.
Okay.
You start seeing a something flashing on the screen besides error really quickly. I'm gonna message you, Diamond Ace, because you are the only one who can see this.
Oh jeez. Oh dear.
Give me just a moment.
Waiting for that moment that we dab on Peter.
Yeah, we're constantly dabbing on him, so... we're always frustrating him.
That's fair.
Yeah, I know.
I'll let you decipher that. It's very cryptic, I know.
Does SDT130 mean anything to you?
Let me look.
No time. Look it up later. Okay.
Vaguely.
Just keep control of the rocket. I'm about to restore some of the systems. I'm gonna pull out my hammer.
Okay,
I'm gonna strike the inside of the rocket, and in effect, I'm casting mending as I do.
All right.
To restore systems in the rocket. Ding.
All right.
I'm trying to keep the rocket in the air. I'm gonna try and land it in water. But of course, worst case scenario. I've already sent the worst case scenario. Fall back. It's not even finished, but it's finished enough to do its job.
All right. Roll me a repair check, mending check. How does that work?
I don't know. I guess could it be Arcana again? I guess.
Arcana, sure. Yeah, we'll do Arcana if you don't have the stats for it.
Could I lobby for investigation? Like, I look in the rocket and I figure out the right spot to tap.
I'll say this much: you've exposed the control panel, but just only like the readout control panel. So I will let you do that. Yes.
Okay. I have a slightly better bonus with that, admittedly.
Yeah. And. Yep.
Ooh, 24.
You hit it in the spot, and you just see the. I'm gonna message you again, because apparently something did happen, but not to the effect you wanted. Give me just a moment. I'm terribly sorry to say this.
It's not the effect we wanted, but hopefully it's the effect we needed.
Yes.
Check your DMs.
What did you do?
Oh, so that it changed, or?
It changed.
Okay. All right. So now it says SDT 030.
Not specifically preferable,
Okay.
but like, it shouldn't affect the fighter controls too much. Now, how low to the ground are we now with this missile?
You,
Rocket.
Ace, please roll me a investigation check.
Okay.
Ew.
Excuse me.
While that's happening, we're gonna cut back to in the White House.
Only at 12. I'm a little distracted right now.
Yeah,
That's fine. You are completely fine.
yeah, in the White House, with Ace and no, not Ace, sorry, Secret and Harper.
Harper. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Secret is outside.
Yes, on the lawn.
No, she's not outside. She's still standing in the room.
Oh yeah, she's still standing in the room because all the windows are locked, sealed.
Yeah. And Harper is in the
Custody of the.
well, now the president has
Yeah.
appeared.
Yeah, he's standing there, and the guards have like tackled him to the ground and like basically like body piled on top of him for safety reasons.
Meat shield.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's like he's like
Get
groaning.
off of me!
Yeah. Yeah. And they're just like they get they get off of him and they're like, "Sir, we need to secure the area." And they're like, "Deal with that first." He points over to the shark person who's like now trying to smash through the window while also being restrained. What do you do?
Where is Harper?
Harper is standing like right in front of like the desk.
Okay, she's not going to try to get to him,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but she's going to talk through the home. Is it
Yep.
crackly?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're close enough in range that like you're.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Harper, I am in a room not too far away from you where you are. Is there any way that you could blip?
Describe the room to me.
She does.
Basically, it's the Oval Office, right?
No, she's not in the Oval Office. We just came
Oh yeah.
from there.
Oh yeah. You're in the conference room next door.
Yeah.
He says.
She describes it in
Yeah.
great detail because
Yes.
she's looking at it going blah
There's
blah
a
blah.
phone
blah,
on the table. Yeah, there's a giant round table. There's a bunch of chairs. Probably a projector on the ceiling. Yeah, I get it.
Sticky note.
Yeah. Give me a moment to roll. Get down to the rolly thing. There's a rolly thing on the table. Man, that's a dice.
It
Wait,
appears that our president likes to play role-playing games.
No, that's a roly-poly. Roly-poly. Joe.
Let me just roll my athletics again. 22. He blips right into the conference room.
And she immediately grabs his arm.
Yep.
So they're both invisible again. She has not, throughout all of this, she has not dropped her invisibility.
Yep. And the president is in the Oval Office. He's looking around. It's like, where did they go? Where? And they've managed to seize the shark person.
Which is what she wanted. It's like,
They say,
well,
secure that thing and get it out of here. Yes, sir. So they start escorting it, like restrain. Yeah, escorting it out.
okay.
Yep.
How many of the Secret Service go with that thing?
20.
All of them? So
It takes
who is
20 of them to just maneuver this thing out the door.
right? How many are left with the president?
5.
5.
Yep.
Okay. She looks at Harper. Well, do we get complimented by the president, or do we go help our friend?
You hear more gunfire. After we cut back to Queen Bee. And you also hear a loud rumble and the whole building shakes.
Yeah.
Yep. You've now pile drive this thing into the into the floor on the other side of the reception hall.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And now she will.
And this creature looks up at you and says, "You wouldn't hurt your own father, would you?" Jess.
She looks at him and says, just looks at him and says, "Well, Dad, you chose this, and it's Queen Bee." And she's gonna use Produce Flame and shove it down his throat.
Oh, lethal damage.
Owie!
Roll to
why?
hit. Roll
21
to
to hit.
Yeah,
You hit. Roll damage.
It's only a D8, so it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 3. It's a cantrip. Yeah, it's a
fire
cantrip.
damage. Yep. So he's starting. He blacks out for a moment, but he's still like flailing as you're like setting him on fire, basically. And the sprinklers go off in the room.
because of course
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, because of smoke and fire. Yep.
And if there are any Secret Service, while she still has him pinned, she'll
Yeah,
motion
they're
to
rounding.
them
They're
to take
rounding
him.
the corner and like on both sides pincer attack. And say, "Seize, stop." And they're like they realize the situation. They're like, "Remain where you are." Asset 23 and 21 have been secured.
She raises an eyebrow on that and says, "No, afraid not. You can take him. I'm gonna go where I like."
And one of them lunges at you.
And she shrinks and he lands on her father.
It's all begins to realize
Yep.
one of them or most of those Secret Service are harmed in disguise.
Yeah, pretty much. But we don't know. They don't know that.
My 10,000 big, because of course Baxter's probably watching this, of course.
Yep.
Oh yes.
So and he's
Yes,
probably
yes.
thinking that because with his 10,000 calculations, he knows exactly what's going on at every given moment.
Yep. All right. Now we cut back to the rocket.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Judging by the altitude, it's not looking good on the whole controlling aspect.
1,500.
Okay.
1,250.
Steer it to the water at least, right?
Yeah, okay, I can dunk it in the water, but
900.
if you look kind of down now, you should see my backup plan.
You see
Okay.
the National Mall hurtling straight towards you.
Okay,
And you're heading towards the reflecting pool.
backup. Okay, the backup plan should be coming right about now. You see like a flash as you see this large black disc thing come out of nowhere.
People are
Okay.
looking up and taking photos on the National Mall. As this
That-
like rockets like hurling straight towards them. Like
Yep.
idiots.
Yep.
Okay, I recommend to jump off, he says while you see a jetpack robot fly by. Will fly next to you.
I'll use my last spell slot to cast jump and get clear of the rocket.
Yep. And
Fly robot.
Yep.
And the large disc thing flies in front of the rocket and activates a shield around the rocket. As you see the thing unfold.
there's a loud. The shield, like the black shield, lights up like bright white, as dazzling like a firework going off, and then it just shrinks down to nothing and disappears.
Oh god, thank god. Okay, I will have to build another one of those, but I didn't get enough time to activate its energy shield properly. Apparently it was a collapsing matter rocket. Oh, thank god it didn't land on anything too important.
And we
I
cut.
assume I'm clinging to the other robot.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
clinging to the robot and it just kind of... Okay, you want to like go back home or you want to get dropped off at the White House?
Do they need backup at the White House?
Well, I think most things are going good, minus the people that may be harmed dressed up as special ops.
Put me on the roof. Maybe I can support. Maybe I can do something to help support wise.
All right, roll. You're gonna have to. If you're gonna fly over the roof, you're gonna have to roll a dexterity saving throw. Just saying that right now.
Ew. Oh, ew.
Is that your plan to fly over the roof?
Yes.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
The
I
robot,
rolled a 4.
the robot can assist. Wait a minute. I guess
Let me.
can-
What's the robot's AC?
Let's say the robot's AC. This is like the skinny jetpack one, so they don't have very high AC. Let's say like it's like 13.
All right.
Okay.
Well, what's your AC? Oh, you already rolled, so yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to take 1d10 worth of damage.
Oh.
But it's only 1 damage.
Did I get shot at, I assume?
Yep.
Alright.
You get shot at by a what appears to be a armor-penetrating bullet.
Alright. Change of plans. Get me out of here.
Okay. The jetpack thing quickly backtracks and goes, okay, activating the. Okay, you're gonna go back to where you originally started, aka the park, about now. Because also you and the robot get teleported.
Okay.
Thank God of Blip's energy being, well, harvestable and copyable, actually. Anyways.
Yep. And now we cut back into the conference room of the Oval Office. And Harper's just standing there with you, and the president is like dusting himself off as like the men are like surrounding him and say, "Where did the other two go? What other two, sir? The other two people in the room. I don't see anyone, sir."
And at that point, I look at Harper, smile, because at this point she is going to drop the invisibility. She's going to walk to the door.
Yep.
Before she lets go, and she's going to drop the invisibility. Both of them will.
Yeah, the door
No.
opens. And...
Well, no, she's going to.
Oh, go.
Before they walk to the door, she's going to drop the invisibility and then walk
Okay.
up.
Okay. Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to appear. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be bad.
Do you open the door, or do you like just?
Yeah, she opens the door.
Two of the guards like are searching the room. They see the door open. They draw their weapons and say, "Freeze!"
We come in peace.
And the president says, "Bob, Tom, stand down." They lower their pistols and they say, "You can lower your hands." And they say, "Glad you came in time." And he says, "Unfortunately," he says, "I believe there's something happening in the West Wing, and your friend may be involved."
Which friend?
The one with the... He points to his back.
Oh, Queen Bee. I look at Blip. Or rather, no, I look at the president. Can you describe where they are?
They are, from what I remember, we were in the banquet hall, and then some guy in a big muscly guy with a weird-looking greenish face walked in and started opening fire, and that's when these gentlemen here, gesturing to his team, brought me in here. After that, I do not know. He says, all I know is a banquet hall.
I'll set it, by the way, secret.
Uh-huh.
You see one of the little, one of Baxter's little drone dudes walk all up onto your, like, arm and kind of hop. Flash.
She looks down. What is it?
You hear, like, a little comm thing flick through and go, "Is this working? Please tell me it's working."
It's working.
Oh, thank God.
And
I really haven't used my drone
the
for
Secret
days.
Service people are just looking at your shoulder, just like awkwardly, like, "What are you talking to?" It's so small you can't see it.
Okay, there's some... Okay. Now, I don't care fully, but apparently there's an issue. Some of those Secret Service men, you know, the ones that are like in the room you're in right now, mainly the ones dealing with, our good old Queen Bee friend, they may or may not be harm in disguise. Because it's something suspicious about leading the president into a room with large windows for the shock to break through.
We've already taken care of the shock.
No, I'm telling you, that the men protecting the president may be harm, because why would the Shock even know he's there unless it was specifically planned?
At this point, everyone needs to roll a initiative. Who's in the room?
Oh, okay. That's you too.
Yeah, I know. That's my initiative. Okay, that's not great. 14. Oh, and then the other things have to do their thing.
Yeah, I had a 23.
23,
Oh,
you
God.
go first.
Yeah, I do. What are they doing?
They are drawing their weapons and pointing it straight at... Some of them are drawing their weapons pointing at the president's head. The others are pointing their weapons at you.
Which ones are specifically pointing their weapons at the president?
Four of the 6 that are in that room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, knowing that the harm can't take off their helmets, either they're wearing some hidden helmet or they're using some sort of disguising technology.
And the president's just like, Mark Anderson and Zach, what are you doing?
Don't panic, Mr. President.
Silence. That's what you see a muzzle just go to your head.
Oh, you're gonna try that one. She's going to reach up and she is going to... She's got claws.
Yep.
By my predictions, if you do any damage to them, I think you'll probably hit their disguising technology.
Thank
So
you.
do that.
Thank you. But she did not think she'd pull out her rapier before this happened.
Nope.
She, as I said, she's going to use her claws. That is a 15.
That beats that guy's AC, yep.
Alright. Oh, come on. I am not thinking on this. That is 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage, okay.
The one that was specifically on me.
I do like if they do have disguising technology and they get hit, it fizzes out. Or at least starts glitching. That's only if you want it though, DM.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
Its face starts flickering and you can see like an actual like harm behind it.
Yeah, like the suit.
Harm! Harper! Attack! All of them! At once!
Harper's currently Harper has been restrained by one of them, but he's wrapped its arms around him. And he's trying to blip, but can't.
Cool. I like that.
Can he use any of his
I'm
attacks?
looking at one of my attacks. Hold on.
What you say he can use his attack?
It's an AOE ability, but it also hurts allies.
At the moment, she could take it.
Okay.
So,
All right.
If it's a dex save, she probably can take it. Just.
All right. So basically, this is gonna be his breath weapon.
Okay.
In 30 feet radius, he is going. It's basically breath weapon, but I'm modifying it so it's like a shockwave.
I did my action. I could do a bonus action of disengaging.
Okay, cool. So you disengage.
Yeah.
So everyone in the room takes 2d6 lightning damage. Let me see how much damage that's gonna be. Everyone in the room takes 12 damage.
Okay, so I need to roll
including the harm.
Well, I'm going. I have to roll a dexterity saving throw, right?
No, it's automatic. Just 2d6 damage.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's what it says on this thing. Yeah, it's automatic.
12, you said?
Yeah. So.
All right. Sneaker's not looking so good.
Yeah. Let me just also modify Harper because he took damage too. So 12 damage. Ooh, Harper's okay, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. So he He's coughing and wheezing, and like this like lightning shockwave goes out and like sets anything in the room on fire. Because it's lightning.
No,
It's
don't forget
plasma.
to roll. No, don't forget to roll for the president, because
Oh yeah. President has to roll his DC, so give me a moment. I mean, his armor rating is a +3, so give me a moment. 19. He succeeds. So like, but like he hits the deck, and
Okay.
several shots go off,
all right.
but miss wildly. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Peter and all of his damn tenants' plans. Also, can we you just acknowledge the fact that he was willing to kill his own men, including his experiments, really? He launching that antimatter rocket.
Whatever happened to the rocket?
Oh yes, don't worry, I used one of my more experimental machines to quickly trigger its explosion. And it collapsed, aka it's an antimatter black hole, like it's like a tiny black hole.
That's great.
Well, not my machine, the rocket.
There's a reason why the rocket was called Black Falcon.
Uh-huh.
But I managed to stop
Okay.
it. Anyways, we should deal with the situation and tell Queen Bee about this. I can't get connection.
Queen,
Can
where are
she... Where? Okay, first of all, yes, Queen, where are you? First of all.
She is going to, in her smaller size, since, yeah.
You're running down the hall.
No, I mean, yes, she is gonna start doing that, but the first thing she's going to do is, there's going to be a, when she takes off down the hall towards the Oval Office,
Yep.
yada yada, she is going to cast Thunder Wave
Okay.
at the point she was standing before she took off. And we'll just say this is her sonic boom for taking off.
Okay.
They have to make a con save DC 13.
Con save DC 13. All right.
Oh.
Or take half damage.
They roll a 21. They take half damage.
They take 4 thunder damage as she
4 thunder
bolts.
They are knocked down on top of the your father, who is still unconscious, and trying to push them off, like just like, ugh, kind of like.
And if those enemies were harmed, the disguises drop.
Yeah, he just picks them up and kind of like throws them off to the side as they collapse. And he says, "Come on, let's go." As they get up and they start charging towards, or down the hall towards the Oval Office. Meanwhile, we cut to the Oval Office. And, yep.
Okay, so I go first again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The guy that I just clocked, has he moved off? Or did he fall?
He's disengaged and moved back
All right.
behind one of the
So
the armchairs.
She's disengaged. She's going after one of the ones that was on the president.
Yep.
She's making a flying leap at that one.
Yep.
Ah!
Also, one more thing. If you want to kill them quickly, take off the harm helmets. It kills them practically instantaneously. Painfully, but instantaneously.
Thank you. She is going for the head.
All right, roll to hit.
Roll to hit.
And since you're targeting a specific part of the body, roll. It's going to be a little bit harder. So I'm going to bump the difficulty.
Well, the head's pretty big on their helmets.
Yes, but I'm bumping the difficulty because she's targeting a specific body part instead of just the body in general.
Fair.
Okay, so this would be an unarmed strike, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so that is a 22.
22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
You hit. Yep.
I do 1 point of
Head ripping damage.
Well, she is ripping it off, so
Yeah. This harm basically you grab the head, try to pull it off, and you just hear like this horrible like mutant like scream as the body just doesn't really explode, but like the head pops off. You're holding the head. The body collapses to the ground and just turns to ash.
Oh.
And she's looking at the other one that's on the opposite side of the president.
And meanwhile, the head just is turning to ash in your hands.
Yeah, I know. She looks at the other one and goes, "You're next," and she.
The president is slowly backpedaling away, like behind a couch.
This is kind of freaky. Your guards are men that are mutant men.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were in front of the desk.
Yes,
Not...
he's backpedaled around the desk and like hid. He didn't.
She looks at him as he's going down and like underneath the desk.
Yep.
You're next, and that she's moved. She's attacked.
Yep.
That's all she can do.
Yep. Harper.
I do believe it's Harper's turn.
Yeah, Harper is going to basically he's gonna take out his whip, his lightning whip, and he's going to attack the one that's furthest away from him, and try to make a bolt for the door. So exclamation.
Into the room?
No, out of the room.
Why out of the room?
He's trying to flee. Because it's the lowest one with the lowest health.
Harper is trying to flee?
No, not Harper, the harm dude.
Harm guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It hits the side of the door and lights it on fire, but does not hit the harm.
Okay.
That's and then he's going to reposition and move 3 feet to his left, behind one of the wingback chairs, and that's his turn.
We've got comms open at this point.
Yes, yeah, open comms.
Okay, so Ace has heard what's going on.
Yep.
And I think at this point, Queen Bee is listening in too.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just see, by the way, Queen Bee, you see a very large door erupt into flames ahead of you.
Queen Bee, can you hear the comms now?
Yeah. Little busy at the moment.
Okay, but if you haven't figured out, yeah, those Secret Servicemen, harm. Very fun.
Yeah, little busy with some family issues at the moment.
Cool, family issues. I don't care.
You might care, she says, turning and snapping a snapshot of her father. Big green hulking beast.
No, don't worry. Yeah. I can see everything the whole time. I'm practically recording this.
Yep. And you just see him like smash a vase, smash another vase, pick up like an umbrella stand with the umbrella still in it, pick out the umbrella, and just charge at you point first with the umbrella.
What is he, Link? What does he want? Some rubies? Smashing every pottery he can see.
Yep.
And
hell with this. She'll grow and hurl a light bolt at him real quick.
Yep. Alright. What does that do?
It's basically her longbow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's her stingers.
Okay.
She got a nat 20.
Ooh!
You hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, that was 16 damage, and give me a sec, I get one more d8 because he's not at full health.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say this much. How would you like to do this?
She's oh yeah, another 8 added onto that. Yeah, she apologizes profusely, holds both of her hands out, and just rapid fires down the hall.
Yep. And the smoke and debris are like ricocheting all off and basically blocks your vision from seeing your father and the two harm. And then when the dust settles, the two harm are there. Your father is gone.
Yep. And then she looks at the 2 harm guys and will rush them in a rage.
Yep. As they're slowly trying to get up.
Yep, that's her turn.
All right.
I like
Diamond
one of them just
Ace,
like,
you
"Where's
are
this
now.
experiment? Boss is gonna kill us.
Your boss. I was about to say your boss. You're back at the apartment in Harper's lab.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I can do from here. I know. I'll go to Harper's terminal.
Yep.
So
Give me just a quick moment. Keep talking. I'm just grabbing something.
okay. So theoretically, if the rocket has detonated, we still have a link to it.
Yeah.
I want to try to find out what's going on with that rocket because those numbers are bothering me now.
Yeah. Well, the rocket disappeared.
Yeah, but it went into a. Oh, that's right, because it was shielded. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll check and see. Do we still have a signal link to the rocket?
No.
We'll start there.
No.
We do not.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna try to figure out, see if I can figure out what those numbers were supposed to be.
Probably recorded There's probably recorded records from Baxter connected into it.
Yeah. I'll pull up the telemetry we've got on the rocket. And
All right.
I want to try to figure out what those numbers are. The letters and numbers.
All right. Give me a moment. I'm gonna put it in. I'll just put it in character chat for you guys.
Ooh. What a bob.
Where would it in character?
One day she will have a binary mode. This is
Really?
pretty close. This is pretty close to it, though.
Okay. Let me get it.
Oh boy, things are getting spicy again.
Yeah, level 20 druids get some scary stuff.
Oh yes. And I'm just a crazy inventor with bullshittery. We're both scary in our own way.
Yes.
You could blast people out of existence, and I could blast people out of existence for different ways. Brother, what do you want? My brother's shouting at me. My brother's shouting at me for the teddy bear. Here, take the teddy bear.
But yes, her goal is to
I'm gonna quickly cut to break.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We'll be right back. I have to go do something. Be right back. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Get ready to soar to new heights. Heroes Core, World of Adventures will return after these short messages. Coming to you live from Worlds of Adventure, USA in Florida, this is Breaking News.
And we are back. Where we last left off, I think you were, you were trying to figure out the thing about the...
Yeah, the numbers from the rocket.
Yeah, I'm getting it to you. I'm gonna still keep it cryptic, but like, I'm gonna make it a little bit easier for you. Does that make it easier?
Where did you post it? Sorry.
In character chat.
How come I can't find that channel?
It's at the very top. Yeah, I'll just copy and paste it to you.
Okay, I was gonna say you could also. I think if you also mention me there, then I can.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
I'm back with some theory.
Hold on. Where's it?
Yeah, because weirdly, I don't see it.
Hold on. Why is it? Oh, I didn't. I posted it in the wrong channel. Oops. That would be posted in another channel that wasn't supposed to be in there. In character chat. Oh wow, you can't see it in there. So, oh, that's why I just said it like that. I'll just post it in OC.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh. Okay.
What is it? A mansion.
Okay, but the. All right. Well, that explains what the numbers were.
Yep. So, well, now what do we do? So yeah, as you're trying to extrapolate this in the lab, you realize. Yep. Yep.
Is there anything I can do to help them from here?
I do not know.
Yeah, I suspect not. Oh, okay. Could I attempt so Queen Bee is wearing the heads up display.
Yeah.
Can I attempt to use that as a relay point to hack into the White House systems?
Sure.
Well, let's give that a go.
All right.
Do I need to roll anything?
Yes, intelligence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Come on, why aren't you rolling?
Yep.
There we go.
What'd you roll?
21.
Knowing you're given like the thanks to execution and stuff like that, you've managed to like breach the security.
Okay.
You have,
I'm somewhat ironically.
I mean, the only thing you don't have is access to nuclear codes and all that other crazy stuff. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's fair. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm actually, funny enough, I want to breach the security, but then I want to make sure that I can keep the system purged from Peter having access to it.
Roll another intelligence check. Opposed.
Uh-oh.
Let me just get down to my little rolly place.
Come on.
There we go.
There we go.
Exclamation mark.
Ooh, 17. It's commendable.
You're immediately locked out.
Dang. Like completely locked out?
You're like something has booted you completely out of the system.
Oh.
Well, that's
And you just see like a screen pop up that says access denied.
I'll go on the radio and I'll say, heads up, guys. I have a strong suspicion that Peter's taking control of the systems at the White House. Like, all of the death.
Yeah, that's obvious. You hear like you hear fucking I forgot his name. Baxter. Yeah. And he goes, "Good news though. He brought you out, but you gave me an in.
Oh,
Now
well, good.
I'm gonna try not do anything to get kicked out, but this of course means I can warm up Executioner to, of course. I'm just going to kill the system. If Peter won't let us have it, then no one can have it.
There's a certain logic to that, so fair.
Mm-hmm.
Now the big thing about it is not even I can stop it when it activates. There is no kill switch when Executioner breaks a system. But this will cause practically all systems to erase, meaning things like, you know, lockdowns and stuff will probably be lifted, but no one could turn it back on once it's happened. But hey, I'm just gonna click, click, clack.
Yeah, Queen Bee will look at Blip and say,
Hold on, I'm looking for something right now.
Yep. Oh wait, no, she's dealing with other people. It would be the others.
Yep. I'm just gonna grab something quickly.
More cereal. Oh.
Well, alright, hold on. I'm just gonna pull up something really quickly. Hold on.
Total darkness. They relied on pen lights, lighters, even the light from our TV camera.
So it was just a really terrible experience for me. I never want to go through nothing like this again.
Hold on, sorry. So basically, when you roll me with advantage. Intelligence check, sorry. Baxter.
Okay, sorry, wait, no.
Yep. I just need to find a thing of this. Hold on.
$16.
16?
Yes.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you something in just a moment. Hold on, give me a moment.
Swear to God, if I see like your end with your high rolls and it's like freaking like you're running like a D100.
No, I'm not. I just need to set something up, so give me just a quick second to pull that up on stream. I do apologize to our viewers. Things are happening and things are about to happen more.
Yeah.
I do apologize if I'm going to be pulling up something on like stream that's, you know, like a YouTube video. So I didn't have time to prep this, so yep.
Speed run.
This is the city of Washington, D.C. I know it's New York, but yeah.
That's New York. That's not right.
The whole city goes blackout. All the power in the entire building just goes dead, including the entire Capitol.
Good news. Good news. It worked. Executioner has destroyed all program.
Bad news, everyone.
Bad news. Executioner, I think, found an out to other places and decided to do the same. So all power is out everywhere, but nothing that can't be fixed. Just, you know, this probably pisses Peter off.
Quickly flips over to Peter.
Fuck! Fuck!
You just see Peter like slamming his fists on like the console. As it just says, it just shows like an exclamation, like one of those like warning exclamation marks. It says like outage. He's been completely knocked out of the system.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, like I said, if he can't have it, no one can. Well, also, judging by the White House probably having systems for blackouts, well, they're all destroyed now. But you know, you should also see that the lockdown is being raised.
Yep, as the shutters on the windows start opening up.
So, and Peter has no way to see what's going on or anything because I've knocked it out. So, thanks to me, of course. Okay, I'm gonna go and try to fix the power grid now.
Good call.
Well, yes, 11. That's top of a virus.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Queen Bee lets the sunshine in and unloads it on the harm people in the hallway.
Yep.
Sunshine in!
Yep.
Yeah, she eats a little less than she did before because she does have minor photosynthesis.
But you just quoted a part of a song.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. As long as you don't sing it, you're good.
I'm not.
Yeah. So yeah,
But
the
I'm not to recognize it. So.
yeah. Yep. So yep. The light comes in and roll damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say auto hits because there's no power in here and all the securities are up. And the harm are shocked and they're stunned by this, so they can't, react. So they have weakened ACs.
Yeah, that would be let's see, 12 plus 7, 19.
How would you like to do this?
The moment she had to obliterate her father.
Well, you don't know if he's obliterated, but yeah.
As far as she,
obliterated.
Yeah.
As far as she knows.
Yep.
She, as soon as the sunlight starts going, she basically, her eyes go white and she just unleashes basically a solid beam. It's not the bolts, it's just the beam she sweeps down the hallway.
Yep. And there's a light, like literally the door flies off its hinges in the Oval Office. The table is flipped over end, and the president is just huddling underneath the
just hiding.
The whatchamacallit, the desk just goes flying out the window as this beam just arcs right over his hair and just singes a little bit of his hairline.
She does manage to catch that and say, "Sorry, Jorge."
He just looks up and says, he's in a fetal position right now, just hands overhead, ducked. He's shaking violently.
Yep.
And also there's a giant hole behind the Oval Office where the window used to be. Because giant beam of laser beam. Death. Congratulations, you put a hole in the White House. You put an oval-shaped hole in the Oval Office.
Well, technically she's done it twice. But
yes.
We won't go into that.
And then I shut down the power to the entirety of Washington.
Yep. Traffic light, you just hear fire and explosions and stuff like that off in distance as cars are crashing into each other, people are panicking.
He's now using Executioner to turn the power back on. Nothing else, just the power.
Yeah.
Because if he turns anything on, then Peter can get back in. So he's only letting.
Unfortunately, the power grid is, it's not like 2020 where anyone can just hack into the fucking power grid because we have an unsecure universe, yada yada yada. But whatever. In this universe, the power grid is actually secured, so you're gonna have to take a little bit of time to bring the power back on, bring the lights back on.
I imagine this is going to be its own action because it's not important.
Yep, it is.
Just for character flair.
Yeah.
Queen Bee will say, no, sorry for all of this, but she looks at the president. Do you trust me?
As much as I'm willing to admit, he just holds out he just points to a small box sitting on one of the now smashed, it's on the floor and off to the side, kicked off to the side. It's a box of medals.
She nods and says, "Good. Have you met your constituents in Florida?" She says as she takes her emergency beacon and slams it on him to take him back to the park.
Behind you, Ace, you hear the portal activating.
And she says, I'm gonna need you to make this guy a podium and get him on the air quickly.
Oh, you want me to do that?
Ace, I don't care.
Okay, sure. I got that. Yeah. Ace and you, Ace and me, let's do this. Anyway.
All right.
But yeah, the portal activates. There he is.
Yep. He is now thrown into the onto the couch in Harper's suite. And he
okay.
just yep. He's just lying there, just like out of breath and like kind of like, what the hell did I just go through?
Yeah, I know. So what happens to the rest of us?
He looks at Blip and says, can you take us home?
He just reaches out your hands. His hands like palms up. And he's like, whenever you're ready.
Getting out of here is a good recommended.
Wait. There is me, there is you, Queen Bee, there is Blip. Where is Ace?
I'll get on the radio and I'll say, I'm already at the apartment.
He just grabs your hand, squeezes tight, and you just you guys appear standing in front of what was left of the TV that Ace dismantled already.
Actually, speaking of TVs, you see like another TV come from the ceiling, and then you see Baxter show up.
Well, that was a show.
That was a show and a half. Where is the president?
He's just groaning. He's like, "Oh, my head."
Oh, that's the president. Oh, let's get you. Oh, does anybody have some pain medication to give him?
I think there's some Tylenol in the bathroom. Hold on.
All right.
And he just looks over and he's just like, he looks over and he's like, you do realize that you just kidnapped the president of the United States.
Not really, kind of. Okay, here's the thing.
Technically,
you're super bodyguards. Well, them, not me.
Technically, as a lieutenant of the U.S. Air Force, I extracted the president from a very dangerous situation, sir.
He nods. He nods and says, "Point taken."
If we left you there, then those harm guys would have kidnapped you.
He also nods and he says, "So, what do I need to do?" He says.
Well, we're going to set you up a podium, and you're going to give a press release, either preferably condemning the actions of what happened with harm at the White House. Might be a good start.
He says, "Do you have a computer terminal where I can type up this? Since I don't have my press secretary with me." And Blip just raises his hand. It's like, "I can help with that." And you just all look at Blip, and he's like, "No, don't teleport them here."
No, don't do that. We have a laptop and other stuff. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let me go set up that podium.
Click, clack. Like he leans for like just a second typing.
Okay, it's done. Anyways.
Yeah, it's in the center of the park, right in front of the Megaton Tower.
Yeah, it's a nice spot, next to the water fountain.
Yep.
But anyways, you see he's screwdrivering something. He's working on something.
Yep.
Ow.
And then you just realize when you're screwdrivering this, I'm going to message you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Give me a moment to grab hold on.
Yeah, B will come back with the Tylenol and hand it to Fang and say, right, so either one of you have a laptop? Because I can go get mine. My apartment is still, well, I guess it's my apartment permanently now.
Yeah, welcome, I guess. Sorry.
Fang will walk up to the president, hand him the Tylenol and a glass of water.
He looks at he looks at something, and you see him like kind of put his hand up and go,
Jesus. Yeah, Yep, I'll see you guys there or something.
He turns it off when his robot's going, "So are you okay?"
Kind of. Running out of time.
Oh no. Is it finished?
Technically, yes. I don't have enough time to work out every kink. So yeah.
He looks at some of his calculations.
I don't like that. Luckily, nothing with it specifically should be wrong, but there is one drawback. You know, health for this will help my physical health, but not my mental. Who cares though? Let's get this rigged on.
Says walking off.
And Harper's just like, what's that all about?
Of course,
Completely forgetting the fact that, things are happening.
That he turned off the TV before he talked about that, though.
Yeah. And Harper's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go help the president type up that press release.
Yeah, it's his press release.
And yeah. You guys, I guess, take it easy or get situated, look your best. Yeah, we have a press conference in 1 hour. The president looks at you and looks at Harper and is like, 1 hour? I don't have enough time. I'll help you, sir. He's just like pushing the president out the door into his room.
He's faster than he looks.
And the president's like, yeah, sure. And then, yep. Do we want to cut to that scene, or do we want to, do you guys have any other scenes you want to do while we're waiting? Because I know Baxter has a scene.
Baxter has a scene.
Yes. As we cut down to the underhub.
Unless you have anything else.
I mean, at some point, Jessie will extradite herself from the others and have a good cry. But
of course. Yes, a good cry. We all have those.
Let's do Baxter's scene first. And I'll flip back and forth between you and Baxter, okay?
He's walking a large machine and putting this mechanism thing that he has in his hands.
Okay, this should be the.
As you're looking at the giant clock on the screen and it's counting down 30, 20, 10, 9, 8,
he plugs his back
7,
into it.
6,
he puts his back against it and also pushes a button.
4, 3. There's a loud scream echoing throughout the entire underhub as this.
Yeah.
And on Harper's computer, you just see a clock hit 0.
Yeah.
And then there's a large beam of light that shoots up from somewhere near the park, out of one of the sewer pipe.
Yes.
Things.
Zoom back to Baxter. There's something on his back now with a constant, like a ticking noise, as he just staggers back up.
Is it working?
His robot looks at it. Seems to be working, boss.
Oh, glorious. Oh, God, my head's a little foggy all of a sudden. Ugh. And this should keep the overflow of my radiation limited.
And no one noticed the light beam shooting up from the park because the curtains were closed. There's just a bright flash of light and then it just subsides. Probably one of the lights from the rides going off nearby.
Yep.
And we now cut to Jess. Where are you right now? Probably in your room, like a side room or something, or the bathroom.
No, she's probably just kind of sitting at the top of the Megaton Tower. Just kind of, she's doing the bridge thing where she's kicked her feet off the edge and she's just kind of kicking her feet, crying.
You just see this light go, and then slowly fade. Like a beam of light just shoots up from one of the northeastern parts of the park, and it's just a beam of light, and then it slowly fades and tips off, and then that's it. Just heads towards the sky.
Yeah, she sighs and then just lets out the loudest F-bomb that she can, because she is she's just like, all right, I can't. What is the like?
Yep.
It's her release valve, as it were.
Yep. And then we're gonna cut down to Baxter.
Baxter walks past some robots and he walks back into like the room where a lot of his like park guardians are, and just like Detective goes, so how did it go? Well, how do you? A little foggy, but it's starting to sustain. Oh boy, actually starting to feel better the longer this goes on. Sir, what is it? You sure you're okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. We're more than fine, actually.
As the news clip on the TV starts playing with the press release.
So the press release is playing.
Play it on large screen.
Give me just a moment to restart that.
Coming to you live from Worlds of Adventure, USA in Florida, this is Breaking News.
Presidential release. And you see the president on like the news, just kind of like Harper is there. Diamond Ace is there, standing next to him. Well, off to the side, you can't see them on screen yet. And
Queen Bee would be there put together.
Secret's there, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to condemn the actions that happened on the White House earlier this afternoon, and the situation has been resolved. We are currently investigating the root cause of a man named Peter Wallace, who at this time is considered an international threat to national security. He is to be found and stopped at all costs." But that's not why we're here. I would like to congratulate congratulate the heroes that managed to save my life and protect our nation from sudden disaster. And he starts clapping and stepping away from the mic. And welcome you on stage as the camera slowly pans and turns to and zooms in on you guys.
Technically on a stage, we're in a
Yeah.
hotel room.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And there's just like a floating drone from like Baxter's floating drone there.
Yeah, it's.
Yep. And as the fireworks and stuff go off in the parks and stuff like that, we cut to an hour later to Jess, who's sitting on the bed with her hands in her head, and Peter's just kind of like sitting there next to her, and it's like, I know it's been a hard day, and I'll let you
Peter or Harper?
Harper. Sorry, not Peter. Sorry. Screw Peter.
Yeah.
Peter's not in the scene. Get out of here. Go, shoot.
He's like a little goblin, like, get out of here.
All right. Yeah, but you're just sitting there, and Harper has your his arm around your shoulder as you're just kind of like sobbing.
She'll kind of like hug him and start crying into his shoulder.
Yeah.
That'll be about it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, as Harper wraps his arms around you and just hugs too. And that is where we're gonna fade to black.
Yeah. We're of course gonna quickly look at Baxter for a second, watching all of this, thinking, they're crying. Not like I cry or anything, because I'm not used to anything. And then we should camera for fade back. There. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, I can't have a serious moment for the life of me.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this amazing game of Heroes Core World of Adventures. I play Harper West, aka PAK USA, aka RT Studios, playing Excuse me, Blip. And joining me today on this adventure was... Go ahead, Ella.
I am Trisha Welsh. I play Ella Simone, aka Secret Fang, who, for the first time in her life, actually saved the president.
Yeah.
She's now going to pass it down to our fine winged friend.
Hello.
Oh,
Flappy.
is it me?
Yes.
Yes, it's you.
Oh, hi.
Stop
You
playing
have the
Flappy
word.
Bird on your phone. We know you
I'm
are.
not. No, hi, I am Katie Wynn. I play Queen Bee, who is having a bit of a rough patch, because, you know, patricide and all.
Yep.
So I guess we'll move on to the furry that's slowly losing it.
Well, Baxter, you have to say goodbye. Baxter? Baxter isn't here right now. Hello, I'm Gearbox. I do Baxter. I wonder where he wandered off to. Anyways, time to go to the funny luck-powered, luck-fueled
Luck
inventor.
is not a superpower.
It is!
Luck is a superpower. I played Diamond Ace, extremely lucky gadgeteer. Luckier still for having survived an antimatter rocket, apparently.
Yes.
Played by Chris, otherwise known as Pi 3. And I think that was everybody.
And I played All the Harm, the president, and
one Blip.
And yes, I already said Blip. Yeah, Blip.
Okay.
Get out. Yep. Blip's over there just eating candy right now. And also I played your lovely evil GM, Peter Wallace, who will be making a return, not this week, not next week, but the following week, for another adventure in the parks. Until then, I believe the parks are about to close, so make your last-minute rides, and we'll see you next time on this adventure. And don't forget, next Saturday is another universe that we've heard about. Go ahead.
I may not be here next Saturday. I have to talk to my hubby.
Okay. Well, we might have another episode of Heroes Core then, if you guys are up for it.
Ooh,
So, without further ado, parks are going to close in 5 minutes. We better get out of here. We'll see you next time in the parks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Stay tuned after the game. We'll be raiding in to Soul Survivor 101111, who's playing Sea of Thieves. We'll be joining them shortly.